gentlemen, welcome back to Dragon's Greed Gaming. You are joining us for episode number 4 of Alien Destroyer of Worlds, obviously from the Alien RPG by Free League Publishing. Welcome once again as we return to Terror in Space on the colony world of Ariarcus. I am your host, the Great Unclean One, and I welcome you all back. Whether you're a new listener or a returning customer, thank you so much for joining us this evening and tuning in. Hopefully you've been enjoying the show thus far as our heroes find themselves in the middle of a planetary invasion. But before we get too far in, don't forget to like, subscribe, check us out on Facebook, check us out on Spreaker, where we host the podcast, and you can finally start checking out our other show, Gallows Geists, on YouTube as well. And obviously we'll have more aliens come, hopefully very soon in the future. But before we delve in, let's do a quick round from our players, and let's see how everybody's doing. So let's start off with Ben. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and, I don't know, since we're close to Halloween, what's your favorite candy?
I would say, this is Ben, guys. I'm playing Hammer, a suicidal, psychotic Marine. And I would say my favorite candy for Halloween has got to be Crunch Bar.
Excellent
Ooh,
choice.
that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember back in like the 90s when they did the Crunch Bars that had movie scenes on them?
Yes.
Like Jaws and shit like that?
Yes, and they printed
man.
it on the face. Oh, man, those are great.
Yeah, good stuff. Classic. All right. How about, who wants to go next, I guess? Whoever, just jump right in.
Okay. Hi, it's Sean again. I'm still playing Gunnery Sergeant Luca Mason, who is either male or female. Can't tell by the picture. I'm going with female. Favorite candy? Damn. Probably Reese's. I like chocolate and peanut butter. Pretty basic.
You and my wife will get along just fine then.
Good to know.
Good choice. Yeah. No, yeah. If you ever want to impress her, anything with peanut butter, that'll get you on her good side real fast.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Who's next?
Hello, everybody. This is Justin, and I'll be playing Stanley Zmijewski. He is our Polish private first class marksman of the squad. Not afraid to teach everyone a lesson using his trusty belt. And he's kind of standoffish, annoyed by everyone, but he will demand respect if he needs to. He also doesn't, he's not too fond of, who's that? Oh yeah, anyone. I forgot. There we go.
And what's your favorite candy?
That's hilarious.
See, I had to pause and think about it. You know what? Let's go texture. Let's say Kit Kat. If we're going Halloween, let's say Kit Kat.
Okay. Well, these you guys are batting 100 right now. So very good choices. All right. Everyone's allowed to stay so far.
No one said Smarties. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jessica, don't fuck it up. And she's gone.
Hey, I'm Jessica, the Hybridyne 341C model Chaplin synthetic. My favorite Halloween candy is Smarties.
Get the fuck out.
I am eating a whole big circular mini money bank thing of them from Five Below as we speak.
Oh, gross. Oh, no. Justin, stop her right now.
She likes chalk. Whatever, man. Not my fault.
Yeah. Ugh.
In all forms.
That climbing chalk, let me tell you.
What about the cement chalk you would use to draw on,
yeah, it's the same
driveways
thing.
And shit, yeah.
It all comes from the same place.
Same factory.
Amazing.
Just like those disgusting Valentine's hearts with the stupid messages.
Oh my god, I love those. So good.
Blah, puke in my mouth.
I love that. I love that texture.
Oh, that's enough out of you for now.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Matt is not here tonight. The frog. We swapped him out for Sean. I think it's probably a better trade up anyway.
Oh wow.
But yeah, he's not here tonight because he has to get up at like 5 in the morning tomorrow. And since it's already like 10 p.m., it's, probably going to be a little too late for him. So we'll find out his favorite candy next week and see if he can stay in the group or not. Otherwise, I'm your host. I'm the great Unclean one. If I'm a little off tonight, I apologize. Unfortunately, my grandmother of 92 years passed away yesterday, and it's been kind of a rough few days here. But the show must go on, and luckily I got to see her before everything came to an end, and I got to do all my crying a couple weeks ago. So, still sad, still miss her. She helped raise me. Wonderful woman. Lots of family, lots of people are going to miss her, but she's not suffering anymore, so that's good. And I can't say the same for our players tonight, though. I think it might be a little different for them, but this one's for you, Grandma. Hope you're listening. I know you're not much of a horror fan, but, she actually bought me some of the Alien toys back in the day. Some of the Alien Kenner toys, so some good memories there from old Grandma. And my favorite candy, I'm a big fan of Snickers. It's probably usually my go-to, but, man, Reese's, Crunch Bars, Kit Kats, oh man, I'll take them all. That all sounds real good right now. So... but with that being said, we are back here on Ariarcus, the colony planet that is currently suffering an invasion from the Union of Progressive Peoples. Last we left, our squad had attacked and raided the insurgent compound where they believed some of the AWOL Marines were being held. After a brief firefight, they did find two set of the AWOL Marines, Wojcik and Wright. Unfortunately, Wojcik mutated into a terrible monster, which luckily the group put down relatively fast without any serious injury. Unfortunately, though, Hammer decided to execute Wright after they had knocked her out and captured her, and the group was unable to get much information from her concerning what the hell is going on. And before the group could really argue or get Hammer under control much after that, the UPP launched a planetary invasion on the planet, starting with an orbital bombardment that lasted for quite some time, followed by dropships and fighter craft breaking through the atmosphere and doing very serious damage to the colony and to Fort Nebraska, it seems. The group of you had hid in a secret passage that you found underneath a floorboard, an open trapdoor in the kitchen of the insurgent compound, and you found a hidden tunnel network there where you hid and basically waited out as the bombing went on for several hours. Luckily, this did give you a chance to recuperate and heal up and de-stress. Emerging from the end of the tunnel, you found yourself, not terribly far from the compound, but out in a small valley, and upon looking upon the rest of the colony, you can see smoke pillars and fires and just the ruins of clearly a war zone in action. It seems the orbital strikes have stopped. Unfortunately, it also seems the orbital defense cannons on Fort Nebraska have fallen silent, and it seems that now the attack has kind of devolved into a ground war. And you were on your way. You got a final transmission from the fort from Major Hatfield telling you that to get back to the base, try to complete your objective if you could by capturing any more Marines, and then get back to help defend Fort Nebraska. Unfortunately, that message cut out midway. You weren't able to get the rest of it. And the five of you, after the APC was hit by an apparent airstrike and Dante and Captain Silva are nowhere to be found, the five of you have emerged in this war zone. Making your way to the fort, you had come across 3 UPP soldiers that had gathered up about 7 civilian colonists from the planet, and it looks like they were about to execute them in a firing line. However, Sergeant Mason did not let this happen and quickly put you guys into 2 groups, with Mason and Zmijewski taking one flank and the 3 other Marines taking the other flank, and very quickly started to attack Mason, you have felled one of the 3 UPP soldiers with a barrage of bullets, and Zmijewski has made it into short range after charging through the rubble to try to close in on them. The other 3 Marines who have moved around the flank are currently at medium range, but they have not been detected. It seems obviously after Mason opened fired, the UPP are kind of focused on Mason and Zmijewski at this point. So I think we're going to jump right into initiative here to start things off. So let me put some tokens on the maps for you guys. I'm going to put them up in the very top right corner of the map so everybody can find them, because I think they're going to be... Okay, they're not super tiny. I just don't understand these maps sometimes. Holy Hammer! It's hammer time!
Yeah, look at that. First one to roll
Wow.
initiative.
I don't understand why Hammer has a giant token.
Yes. This is gonna be just. This is gonna be great.
I mean, you're the I'll keep you at 1.5 because you should be bigger because you're the womb soldier, right? And then who else do we need? We need some UPP soldiers as soon as I find their character sheets.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, so you 3 are on one side. Zmijewski. Okay, we'll use these squares as zones. So you are at short range right now. So you're in the same zone with them, private first class. You're just not at engaged range yet. Mason is at medium, so he's 2 zones away. And you guys are at medium range as well, so you're 2 zones away. Okay. And one of the soldiers is down. So we are starting with Iona. Okay, well, Iona, he is a bit injured, but he will take a shot and try to even the odds here a little bit. And I suppose he will aim as well. He's got a smart gun. I forgot. He's actually pretty baller. And he panics. He's got 4 stress already? Holy shit. Okay, well, let's see the panic roll here for the sergeant. Tremble, he's got -2 to agility. However, he still hits, empties his clip with 2 successes. That's going to be a total of 4 armor-piercing damage. Is it enough to kill UPP soldier number 2? He blocks 1, so he takes 3 wounds. He's hurt, but he is still up. Warrant Officer Chaplin, our android, you are next at initiative 2. What would you like to do?
Is the way our tokens are set up like the way that we're like interacting with them?
Well, you guys are on separate flanks, so this is just more theater of a mind to show zones. You guys are coming at them more from like a V direction rather than opposite sides, but just to show kind of distance. So.
But they're within my vision or field.
Yeah, you guys were sneaking through some cover and they didn't notice you guys, and then when the other 2 started attacking, they basically turned their attention towards the other 2. Although they know you guys are there now because Iona just opened fired, so they realize they're kind of caught between 2 attacking groups here.
I'm gonna stay within range of Mason, but pull out my gun and shoot. It doesn't really matter to me, 1 or 2, whichever one is closer in range.
Okay, give me an attack roll with your weapon, please. Okay, the assault rifle firing wildly with 0 successes, no hits. Sergeant Mason, Gunnery Sergeant Mason, welcome back. What would you like to do?
I would definitely like to shoot. Can I shoot the one that looked like Iona pinged?
Give me an observation test. I mean, you're kind of far away, so to tell who's getting hit, it's a little difficult. Yes, you can tell which one was hit.
Cool. I would like to shoot that guy.
Okay, go for it. These poor UPP soldiers just trying to execute civilians, and you guys got to roll up and kill them all.
3 success.
Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4 damage. Whoops. Well, he didn't roll any with his full armor, so he probably didn't roll any with his half armor. So that UPP soldier goes down. Would you like to roll a critical injury, please?
Yes.
Wow, I thought the insurgents were punks. These guys suck just as bad.
Just the regular critical injuries.
Yes. They're not hidden synthetics or aliens, as far as you can tell. They seem to be bleeding red.
Let's see. Shh, there's the button.
Let's see, sit at the table, right? Knocked out teeth. All right, well, you shoot him basically through the jaw. Teeth and bone fragments go flying everywhere as he crashes to the ground in a bloody heap. And he does
Nice.
not look like he is participating in this fight anymore. Zmijewski, you see the last guy basically trying to get his gun up to aim at you. He looks pretty terrified as there's bullets and bodies flying everywhere. What would you like to do?
Zmijewski would like to charge him with a guttural growl with knife in hand.
Okay, so fast action to move into engaged, and then you can use your slow action to attack. So you can make an attack with your knife belt.
The UPP will respect the belt.
Okay, this guy is going to try to block, so maybe he'll live for a turn. Ooh, okay, so one success, you push. You get another success, you roll panic on your one stress, but you are okay. And then we have UPP Soldier who gets 0. Well, he's going to push too. And gets 1 success. Okay. So he blocks one of your 2 successes. So you score 1 success, which is going to be 2 damage. It is not armor piercing, so he will attempt to roll armor. And he blocks 1. So he takes 1 point of damage. You cut him across the arm as he tries to block with his rifle, perhaps cutting him across the hand. And then it is his turn. He's going to attempt to disengage from you and then shoot you because he doesn't want to try to do point blank here. So he's going to make a mobility test. If he passes, you do not get an attack of opportunity. Oh, wait, he takes a stress point too because 2 point of damage. And he panics. However, he will probably still succeed here. He keeps it together. Okay, so he basically ducks away and gets some distance between the two of you, and then he opens fire right next to you, basically. And he scores a hit. So he'll push. He's in panic mode right now. Definitely in panic mode. And he keeps it together, but he basically unloads the clip at you, basically desperate to try to get any hits on you. And I don't think this gun is armor piercing. Let me double check. It is not. Wow, these UPP guns are garbage. Counter-Strike Assault Rifle. This is not. So with 1 success, he does 2 damage. You block 1. You take a point of damage. You gain a point of stress for taking damage. You hear his gun go click, Hammer, as you see Zmijewski rush forward to stab this guy. You get to finish this off at initiative 10.
Yes, I am going to try to headshot this guy.
Right, are you aiming?
I am.
Okay, so you can add 2 to your roll here.
All right, and we're
Hold on, actually, before you roll, let me make sure.
Yep.
I rarely have combat at this far away. Let me see if there's any... oh, yeah, I should have... It doesn't matter for Chaplin or the other they missed, but it is -1 because you're at medium range. So overall, you
Okay.
get a +1.
Okay, so +1 modifier on the pulse rifle. Got it.
You got it, yep.
All right, and we will roll.
3 successes. Would you like to push?
I don't think that's necessary, do you think?
You tell me. You're the psychopath here.
Actually, I think you're right. I will push.
Okay, so the 1 stress dice comes up as a panic, but 2 more successes. Go ahead and roll your panic, please. You are... Oh, wait.
Tremble.
It says you're already panicking, though, for some reason.
Oh, that must have been...
Which doesn't make sense, because you had no stress dice, so...
Correct.
You rolled a 5 originally, so you are fine. You do roll through your ammo, though.
Okay.
However, that is going to be 5 successes, which I assuming is all towards damage. So we are looking at 6 damage. Oh boy. This is not a good day to be a UPP soldier. 0 successes. Roll that critical as you riddle this poor man with bullets.
All right. Critical injury on the synthetics, right? No, just critical injury. Sorry.
Yeah, regular crit.
Busted kneecap.
Well, you shoot him through the knee, and he collapses to the ground. And as his body falls to the lower level where you're already aiming, you basically just rip through his torso and finish him off.
Get him.
Wow, that was fast. Well, 1 round of combat later, the UPP soldiers are dead.
Was the DM was not expecting that.
I mean, I kind of was when they fucking rolled a 9 on their initiative. All right, I'm gonna reload Iona's gun here, so he's down to 2 reloads. Hammer, you may wish to do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna reload.
Okay, so you have slain these evil UPP, and you have rescued several civilians as well.
Nice.
Who, at the signs of gunfire, they all kind of try to take cover, just get down and are panicking. And, some of the people there, they're crying, and, there's even a child that's with them. The 1 or 2 of the men who seem to kind of have their nerves still about them are kind of thanking you guys, especially you, Zmijewski, because you're the closest one. You're like, oh, thank God you showed up. Thank you so much.
The UPP has learned a good lesson today.
Yeah, one of the guys is like, yeah, damn right. And you see he actually picks up one of their rifles. So, combat is over. We'll end everybody's panic here. And what do you guys do at this point?
Our goal is still to get to Fort Nebraska, right?
The last transmission you got, Major Hatfield said, try to finish your objective and then get back to Fort Nebraska. At this point, though, you don't really have any leads as to where the last Marine may be.
Right, because 3 of them are dead at this point.
Yes.
And that was originally what Major Hatfield wanted, was them to be dead. The only reason we were keeping them alive was because our other commanding officer had sort of requested it.
Well, he said get the intelligence back, and he said, he wasn't like murder these guys absolutely, but he said, use of deadly force is authorized. These guys are dangerous as shit because they're sin eaters. So if you got to kill them, you fucking kill them. But Captain Silva specifically said to you and Iona, because Iona was in charge since you weren't here last week. He basically said to you guys, look, like, these are fellow sin eaters. I want them captured because I want to know why they went traitor. And,
Gotcha.
When she was very pissed off when Hammer killed Wright, but that came to an abrupt end when the airstrike started. So
right, we may never know.
So I'll put.
I appreciate you making that comment out of context, because he did say that it was okay to kill them, probably not murder them, which I did.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Right. Well, I mean, you never know. Maybe Hammer was doing it for the best of us in mind. Maybe she was infected too. Who can say?
It's war.
Okay, so you weren't there during that exchange, but I was
No.
yelling to Silva that there are aliens jumping out of people's bodies down here, and she ignored that, and she says, I don't care, bring her back. And even Chaplin confirmed what I was saying, and she's like, I don't give a shit. And I was like, but there are aliens jumping out of people's bodies down here. And she's like, I know. And I was like, what?
Maybe she was an alien all along.
I was like, I didn't sign up for this shit, so I blew her brains out.
Well, I mean, you're a womb soldier, didn't you? Not sign up technically for anything. It's just kind of born that way.
It's true, but
That is-
also sounds like a little bit of a. There's 2 sides to the story here, but we won't debate our hash browns right now. That's fine.
Oh no. Just always fun to recap and make sure I'm aware of what's happening.
Oh yeah, everything's gone to hell basically. So, I'm just gonna put a few tokens here to represent our new friends that you've rescued.
Now, since I'm not super knowledgeable on the Aliens universe, the UPP is just like Russia or something?
The Union of Progressive Peoples is actually, if you check your handy little timeline thing I gave you, it talks a little bit about the UPP. So they're one of the three major superpowers in the galaxy, the other two being the United Americas and the Three World Empire. The UPP is formed primarily from Russia and China, but also a couple other countries, including Germany, Spain, and I think Vietnam. They are the most, basically, typical kind of Cold War Russia. You know, they've got tons of people, lots of manpower, but not a lot of resources. And so, you know, a lot of their stuff is kind of second rate, low quality, you know, especially compared to the the UA. It is a socialist government, and basically it is kind of a Cold War state right now between the UPP and the UA. And they also, if you remember at the very beginning of this, they had recently invaded the Cygni 61 system and absorbed the colony of LV-038. They had annexed it from the UA, and that basically is right on the border where UPP and UA space is. So basically now, Cygni 61 is on the UPP side of the border, and this planet, Ariarcus, is on the other side, the UA side. So the fleet was assembled here at Fort Nebraska and then dispersed, and it was mustered here and then left to go try to retake the Cygni 61 system. So when this invasion started, that was very alarming because, one, the fleet's not here anymore, so the defenses are very minimal, and two, what happened to the fleet? Did they meet this UPP invasion fleet and get destroyed? Or did the UPP fleet get past them and basically you guys are attacking empty colonies now and they're attacking your empty colonies? So it's bad. It's a bad situation.
Yeah. And would we know in a situation like this, are we supposed to bring, I would assume, like civilians to a safe area if we have the opportunity?
Yes. Because when this all started, they originally were starting to evacuate people off the moon, and then for some reason, nobody knows why, at least you guys don't know why, the evacuation of the planet was halted. And you know, that was a little suspicious, but at that point you guys were sent out on your mission, so you really, you know, don't have any idea why that happened. I mean, you guys know it's just kind of like typical wartime stuff. Like, these are civilians of your planet that your Marine garrison is supposed to defend. So,
Right.
you know, part of your basic orders would obviously be to defend your own people. So,
Right.
yeah, obviously you think the fort is probably the safest place, even though it looks like the fort is fucked up. But you know that's where a majority of what was left of the garrison was stationed.
Yeah. Cool. So, and then we never, just to clarify, we never checked out the starport, right?
No, you basically, you are, if you want to look at the overall map here, the insurgent compound was around here-ish.
Right.
You guys are maybe like between these two squares right now, give or take.
Okay.
You haven't gotten very far yet.
Well, yeah.
I
I
guess,
guess we should.
I'll put our colonists where you guys are currently at on the map, roughly.
And do we have enough room to fit them into our APC and then mosey to the
Oh,
fort?
you guys are on foot. Remember, the APC got blown up.
Oh, right. Yeah, shit. Oh, boy, it's going to be a long trek.
Yeah. You guys escaped out of the escape tunnel that was under the compound.
Damn.
Okay, well, you've rescued these people. What is the next move?
I would think trying to make our way to Fort Nebraska is probably the best option.
Yeah, that's
Yes, we
our
must muster.
And we're not going to be able to cross the cross this entire way and get to the spaceport without an APC or anything, especially during a invasion.
Oh, yeah. The spaceport's like 2 or 3 times the distance that it would be to get to Fort Nebraska right now.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I think we were gonna head down Highway 3.
Yeah, at least for a little ways. You basically take this main road right here once you get to this junction. You
mhm.
take this road to the east that goes right up to the front gate, basically. So,
Yeah,
so
I guess
anyway,
let's do that.
okay. Well, you guys continue on your way. Now, is there any method to how you guys are traveling here? Especially considering you have civilians with you now.
Probably want some people in front and some people in back, I would think.
Yeah, I'll take point.
Okay.
Hammer definitely wants point.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Are you keeping the colonists between you and Hammer, or the rest of you forming any sort of... You tell me how everything's positioned.
Yeah, I would think like two of us in back, 2 of us in front, and then I guess Hammer could be forward a little bit more.
I'm watching Mason 6.
Okay.
So I guess have Iona and Zmijewski hang out behind Hammer, but still in front of the colonists.
Okay.
Unless you guys have any issues with that, or
I mean, yeah, Iona's got the smart gun, so that makes sense probably having him closer to the front. And
instead of having to smart gun his way through our civilians and backline.
And you're keeping tabs on, you're helping out Mason, right, Chaplin? There we go. Okay. So you proceed. Are you guys trying to be sneaky? Are you guys trying to rush it? Are you just normal walk? Like, what's the pace? What's the conditions here?
Ooh. Does it look like our civilians can do anything at a reasonable pace?
They might be able to, but you're guessing probably not for very long. I mean, obviously some of them look like physical laborers, manual laborers, so they're probably got some endurance, but they're probably not trained to the extent that you guys are.
Gotcha.
I'd say a half-step run.
Gotcha. Kind of like a jog, if
Yep.
you will.
Yeah.
Light jog, and then give them time to rest so they don't
Okay.
pass out or something.
All right. Well, why don't you guys give me endurance tests? Or not endurance, what the hell? Stamina tests, that's it.
Stamina.
I'll do one for the colonists here. I'll do one as a group for them. They've definitely got some stress going
Oh,
on, too.
stamina. Okay, that's what that is. I got 3 successes.
Ooh boy, I got 2 successes and a stress roll.
Wow,
Well,
Zmijewski with
4 successes.
4. Look at him putting that stress to good use. You are focused. And let me roll for Iona here. Oh, he's doing pretty good too, despite being injured. It's not slowing him down. Hammer, did you roll your panic, please?
Yeah, let me roll that.
And Chaplin, did you roll stamina?
Keeping it together.
I guess you don't really have to because you're an android.
Would a robot have to? Yeah.
I guess to see maybe how her systems are handling everything, you know. So yeah, give me a stamina roll as well, Chaplin. Okay, Hammer, you keep it together. Okay, Chaplin's doing fine. All right, so everybody except the colonists, of course, are doing just fine here. You guys are definitely, this is an easy pace for all of you, but they are not used to this, especially with, 3 feet of snow on the ground and all the rubble you guys are trying to make your way through. Now, Mason, are you guys sticking to like back alleys and trying to stay in cover, or just kind of like open areas so you guys can move as quick relatively as you can?
Well, it's like an active invasion, right? So there's, I
Well,
assume.
It is, but at this point it's like you're in a city that's under attack, but it's not like every street has firefights going on. You can hear gunfire and you can see smoke and fires in the distance here and there, but it's not like just walking through like a firing line, so to speak.
Gotcha. I mean, the plan was just to go down Highway 3, right? So try to avoid being seen as much as we can, but if that's the plan, it's a highway, right?
Yes, it is.
So probably better to get them out of danger as quickly as possible, since they probably can't or aren't trained to be in situations like this, is my thoughts.
All right. Well, you guys make your way down this highway, and you are constantly having to stop as all of the colonists are really slogging along here, especially because of how deep the snow is. And just trying to run through that is not easy. You guys are making it look like it's easy, but they're struggling. So yeah, it takes you guys some time, and you're frequently having to make stops to let them rest, and it's not going as fast as any of you would hope. Do you continue in this manner? Do you do anything to try to change the situation, or just keep plugging along?
I give words of encouragement and slap on my mustache for the colonists.
Amazing.
Let's see here. I'm gonna roll. Let's see. None of them laugh, and none of them get the joke.
Rip.
Why doesn't this work here?
Is this something I could use like with a command skill to try to motivate them or give them, I guess, tips or pointers?
Yeah, I mean, you could try. If you're trying to give them tips and pointers, it'll probably be more of like a manipulation. But if you want to kind of drill sergeant in a way, then it would be command.
Yeah, I guess I'll drill sergeant.
Okay.
Just the best I can. One success.
Well, it seems to help a little bit. I mean, they're trying. They're not doing a great job, but none of them are really giving you a lip, and they realize you guys are trying to protect them and move them along. So they're miserable, but they're keeping it together here as they do this. So you guys continue moving through the rubble, what's left of the colony, down this big snow-covered highway, and you guys are making your way across, and as you guys are crossing one of these bridges, there is a couple dropships that fly overhead. Looks like kind of engaging a UPP fighter or two, and you see them kind of exchanging fire in the distance. And shortly after they fly overhead, part of the bridge collapses and gives way. I need... Let me see here. You guys have a fairly large group here, so let's see where it hits. It hits... kind of breaks in the middle, which is where most of the colonists are when this happens. But I'm going to do a mobility roll for them. Alright. So, part of this bridge collapses, and this kind of happens in front of you and Chaplin, Mason. And unfortunately, you see one of the colonists is too slow and, reaches out a hand as they let out a scream as the bridge just kind of collapses underneath them, and they go spiraling away. And
not anything I can lunge forward to try to grab them.
No, assume the other 6 you guys all help, or they manage to grab onto something, or move fast enough where they're not part of this. But when you are helping one of these colonists up from where they're hanging, Mason, and you look down, you can see that it's not that the bridge collapsed, but it looks like the ground beneath the actual support just sunk like a sinkhole.
Damn. I'm not a geologist, but that's probably going to cause a whole bunch of other things to start sinking, I would think.
Yeah. I mean,
Super cool.
you
Great.
can tell it's a sinkhole of some sort. It doesn't look like it's necessarily from the damage of the fighting that's going on.
Okay. So I'll try to get the people up, and then we need to get moving, boys. So no more sneaking. Looks like we need to rush for now.
Okay. Well, we shall do another stamina check here. I'll give the colonist +1 from your earlier command roll.
Cool.
Okay, colonists panic, but they are moving along this time. They're holding it together after losing one of their friends. Zmijewski with 4 again. You were made for this. That was with a push, though. That's fine. You're still crushing it. Mason with 3. Mason, you should have a point of stress that you started with earlier. That
Okay.
was from it's from something from before the combat started, before you were here today. So
Okay.
That one's stress. That was after you guys rested.
Gotcha. Do you want me to reroll?
No, just roll one more die. Just make sure it's not a panic roll.
How do I roll a single yellow dice?
Just type the roll 1d6 /r space 1d6.
A 5.
I need stamina rolls from, I think, Hammer and Chaplin. Oh no, Hammer
Did that,
rolled.
yep.
Chaplin, we need you. Okay, 5. You're fine, Mason.
For the mobility.
Stamina. Okay. So Chaplin, this is you're just kind of getting slowed down here with all the snow. It's not so much that you're getting tired, but it's doing a little work on your leg servos here. But you guys are starting to make your way through, but it's tiring. The colonists are just breathing heavily and just looks like they're ready to pass out as you start to push the limits here. And the group moves a little bit closer to the fort, maybe about there.
I guess if they're looking like really ragged, we should probably rest, right?
Hey, Chris.
It's up to you. Yes.
Can I use my motion tracker?
Sure.
Like to see if there's anything like ahead of us. Obviously, I don't want to pick us up.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't used it yet, so I don't know how it works.
well, you would know that the motion tracker is a little bit better to use indoors because it doesn't have great range.
Okay.
But if there was somebody nearby, and let's say they were hiding and moving around, not making any noise, you'd probably pick them up if they're moving. So
Right, or like I was thinking like it's an active snowstorm, so I didn't know if that would like interfere, if we could like see people through that. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
the snowstorm has subsided at this point. It's still overcast, but the blizzard has come to an end. You guys can, see a good distance ahead of you. It's more just that there's rubble and smoke and fires here and there that are obscuring your vision, not so much the snowstorm anymore.
Then
But-
I'll just make a comment so that the party knows I have it.
If you do ever want to use it, you just make a power roll, and for any face huggers you roll, it'll reduce your power by 1. And if you're ever at 0 power, then you can't use it anymore. But every time you use it, you make a power roll.
Where is that at?
On your inventory, it'll say, I think it says PWR. You just click on that
okay.
number. You got to make sure it's equipped, though, and then you can click on the number.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Well, as you guys make your way closer to the fort, there is... Let me see. Mason, I believe it was you. Did you take the comm unit that you guys found, or did you guys find a comm unit at the refinery?
That was something from one of the UPP guys, right?
I think so, yes. I thought someone
It was
took
either
it.
me or Zmijewski, I think.
Does
let me
anybody
check
have it in
my-
inventory.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
don't think I
check.
picked it up.
I don't have anything in my inventory.
No.
I know someone did grab it because it was one of the... We heard it crackling and someone talked into it, I think. Or someone talked out of it. But is it in Iona's sheet?
It is not.
Oof.
I'm sorry, what are we looking for?
I believe there was a comm unit of some sort from the UPP that you guys
I
saw.
probably took that, but I don't know if I like actively put it on my sheet, but I probably said like, oh, I'll take that, to be honest, because I have like a high comm, so that was probably me, and I probably didn't add it to my sheet, to be honest.
Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Roll me a die, and if it's a even number, then you took it.
Okay, can you tell me the roll equation again?
/R space 1d6.
Big money, big money, big money. Ooh, it's a 2.
Okay, yes, so go ahead and add that to your inventory at the bottom. Ad hoc section. Actually, hold on. Let me see if there's a thing. Equipment. Alien equipment. I don't even know what the hell it would be called. Oh, well, look at that. UPP comm unit. That's probably it. There you go. You are the winner of this lovely item. Okay, so Chaplin, after you guys are making this run, perhaps taking a bit of a rest to let especially the colonists catch their breath, and even you a little bit trying to reorient yourself, the comm unit crackles to life, and you hear over that clearly someone with a Russian accent, and they say, "Are there tracks? Have you lost them or not?" And then you hear a voice respond, "No, they're ahead. I think we've almost caught up." And then you hear one of them say, "There, Commander, in the distance." And Chaplin, you instinctively look back the way you guys came. Give me an observation roll, please. I guess anybody can, because you all probably hear this.
Oh boy. Damn. I will push. Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. Mason, do you want to use your extra stunts here for anything?
Yeah, give me a second to pull up the stunts.
Remember, you can look on your character sheet, too.
How do I look on the character sheet?
On the
I see
skills,
it.
Yep.
I see it, yep. I guess one of them would be, how do I get away or past?
Okay.
They're behind us, right? Can I act since I...
Well, let me see what he does with his stunts here first. You got one more, if you want to use it for anything.
I guess, are more of them close?
Okay. So both of you turn... You're at the back, too, so this makes the most sense. You guys are together at the back of the column. You see, not too far down the highway, clearly barreling towards you guys, is a UPP transport, an APC transport. And I'm trying to see if I have a photo of it here to show you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a transport. It is a UPP dropship called a Crocodile.
Oh.
I do believe I have an image of that. Let me just find it here. I love Foundry, but good God, there is a lot of fucking folders here to deal with.
It's almost like you can... It would be nice that you could just segment the folders that you want to work with.
You can, but once you turn them off, you have to re-import them. And I would... Because then what happens is, like, let's say I'm using a module that has 3 folders, and I want to get rid of one of them. If I want to bring that one back, it'll bring back all 3, so then I'll have duplicates. And I had that happen once, and trying to delete them was a pain. Where the fuck are the vehicles? Un momento, as I learn how to use this game.
Sure. Well, boys, does anyone have any anti-tank or anti-dropship weapons on them? Out of game.
Can I throw a grenade? That's what I've
Yeah.
been waiting to do.
I mean, you could, but trying to throw a grenade at a drop ship is a little tricky, unless it's like right next to you guys. Okay, here.
I have a galactic battleship, Sean, that is under my command. Would you like to?
Yes. That would be probably the most effective, I would think.
Okay,
If you could
there's.
somehow get it to pinpoint target.
All right.
Oh.
Do you guys see that? So that is the drop ship that you see. As you can see, the front part, the cockpit, is kind of like the classic Hind helicopter. Fans of Metal Gear Solid will recognize the dual cockpit type of thing. And it's got the classic UPP red star. And, some looks like Vietnamese writing on there, or Chinese writing as well, Chinese lettering. But it's got these two wings that are kind of pointed down from the body of the ship, and then it's got a long tail. And you see one of those crest over some buildings, and it clearly sees you guys, and it's making its way towards you. It's behind you guys right now. It looks like it's coming from the direction of the compound. Mason, with your 2 extra successes, are there more? No. This is the only one that you see. And what was your other question?
Is there a way to get past or away from it?
Your best bet, you would guess, would be to take cover in some of these buildings or rubble. You know that they've spotted you because they just said they're up ahead. But you also know it would be difficult for this thing to try to track everybody at once if you guys split up.
Okay.
Of course, you don't know how many troops are on board this thing either, but you guys probably have a round or two before it arrives. And at this point, everybody sees it. It's impossible to miss.
Yeah. I guess I'll just yell at everyone that we need to get into cover. See if we can. I guess there's like buildings on either side of us, so we can set up some kind of crossfire.
As
Can I
this
throw a
happens,
grenade as a distraction?
you could try. I mean, it's out of range right now. There's no way you'll hit it. I mean, this thing is.
No, I mean they're watching us, so they obviously saw us and we heard it on the comm. So if I throw a grenade, would it give us a distraction or time enough to move?
I mean, it might, but you would probably think okay, they might see the explosion, but you're not sure how much of a distraction it's going to make because they clearly see you guys. So unless that explosion somehow masks your guys' movement, I mean, you're pretty sure they have a fairly clear line of sight because they're above, and you guys are going down basically a highway right now. You guys are basically getting to the end of this bridge. So where you're at right now, there's very little cover until you get onto the quote-unquote off the bridge onto the road again. And it looks like it'll take probably about a turn to get, to where cover actually is, and then you might have another round to try to either hide or set something up. So let's do this. Oh no, we don't need to go into initiative yet. So the dropship is moving in. So we'll just go down the line here and see what you guys want to do. So I guess we'll start with Mason. And you see this, unless anybody wants to shout anything or.
Yeah, I shout that we've got incoming and we need to split up, take, I guess, different sides. So if there's buildings on either side, we need to get into those kinds of cover. Chaplin with me, Iona and Zmijewski with hammer. And then civilians split up 50-50, I guess.
Okay.
You don't want to use.
Can I
the
interfere
civilians.
with their comms, Chris? Or is that outside of my capabilities?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Can I interfere with their comms, or is that outside my capabilities?
Interfere how? What are you trying to do?
Again, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody is safe and that perhaps they either pass us, lose us, or however. Otherwise, I'll just follow Mason's order.
You probably can't disrupt the comms on the ship just because you basically just have a small comms unit that you found on a soldier. But if you wanted to try to communicate with the ship, you could try to do that.
Why not?
Okay, give me a Comtech, please. Okay, yeah, you succeed. If you want to use your stunt for anything, you can. But yeah, you easily figure out what frequency they're on, and you can use it to respond back to them. Whether or not they'll say anything, you're not sure, but if you'd like to, you can while you guys are running.
I'll let the sergeant know as soon as I successfully get on their channel and let either the sergeant or if somebody else. I don't necessarily want to say something myself, but I don't have anything necessarily to say. I will if nobody else wants to say something, but perhaps the sergeant.
Okay. And then Hammer and Zmijewski, are you guys following your order here? Well, I guess Mason, make a command roll. Because if you succeed, they can take successes for following your order. Nice, 0 successes.
Pushing 1 success.
Okay.
7 dice, 14 dice, 1 success. Weak.
So you can give a success to one other person.
Cool. I guess I'll give it to Zmijewski.
Okay. All right. So
What would it be, a mobility roll, or what?
Yeah.
What are they roll? Then I'll give
Yeah.
it to Hammer because Zmijewski has been crushing them, but Hammer might not have.
all right. Well, Hammer, if you take cover like he suggests, you'll get a bonus die. So, what are you and Zmijewski doing?
I'm definitely taking cover, but I'm gonna get into a active to position to fire upon that fucking,
Okay.
flyer.
And all right, and Zmijewski.
I will double time it over to some cover and get my pulse rifle at the ready.
Okay. Iona does the same, and then Mason, do you say anything in regards to what Chaplin says about the comm unit?
I actually did not hear what she said. Sorry.
She's gotten onto the frequency, so you can communicate with the dropship if you want.
I mean, if Chaplin, if you can cause any kind of distractions or problems for them, do what you can.
All right. So, all of you give me mobility tests, please, as you make your way towards cover. Oh, panics rolls. Okay, Iona, barely. And the colonists, with 1 success, they're like,
Damn,
what the hell out here? I guess we'll do 2 for the colonists, because there's 2 different groups here. Okay, well. Zmijewski keeping it together. Hammer panicking with -2 agility. Okay, that'll be crappy to have, but so be it. Mason with 0 successes on 9 dice.
On a
And-
push with 9 dice.
Ew. Okay. Chaplin, did you roll? I'm sorry, I lost track with all the dice
I
flying around
did.
the table here. Did you pass? I can't even
2
find your roll.
successes.
Wonderful. Okay, so everybody except Mason passes, it looks like, after the pushes. And, yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to split the group here. So we'll put these guys to one side with some colonists, and you guys to the other side. Go like this. There we go. So you're each in that square, and the dropship is basically 1 square away. So you guys are on either side of the street. However, Mason, you are lagging behind as this thing comes basically really low, just maybe 30, 40 feet above the highway bridge, and you can hear its gun winding up.
Oh no!
Now we are going to roll initiative, I think. Let me see what weapons this thing has. Oh, yeah. Gatling gun. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do initiative here, because it's going to try to do a strafing run, so...
Oh no, I got a 10. Not what I needed, my man.
Big rip. Big rip.
Basically.
Oh, man. Okay, we'll do one for the colonists here, too. Amazing.
But worst case scenario, I have a story point. I can make it an exciting death.
That's true.
I have a 9, so I could be dying here right along with you.
Well, you're not out in the open, though. That you at least got to
that's
cover. Yeah.
My command roll gave you a success, while my shit rolls fucked me.
Yeah, his last orders, get to cover.
Oh boy.
All right, well,
It's gonna
here we go.
remind me- It's gonna
So,
remind me of the Saving Private Ryan when Vin Diesel is like standing in the middle of the street.
Oh my god, I forgot Vin Diesel wasn't Saving Private.
he was? What?
Yes,
Was it-
He got sniped in the middle of the scene. When they were
When
trying
was
to.
that?
This was.
That was the church scene, right?
Yeah, when they. Well, it was like 20 minutes into the movie when they're trying to find Private Ryan. That.
Wasn't
they
20
get
minutes
into
into the movie still the D-Day invasion? Like, I remember that being a pretty long scene.
Yeah, maybe it was like half hour in. It was one of the first scenes they get to, and they're meeting up with another group, and
Oh, wow.
Vin Diesel's out there in the middle of the street trying to help a family get out of this rumble building.
Oh, yeah, the sniper picks him off,
Yeah,
right?
Sniper.
And then their sniper hits him through the scope, right?
That's right.
Okay. Really? That's Vin Diesel? Holy shit,
That's
I didn't
Vin
know
Diesel.
that. That's awesome. Oh, the more you know.
Yeah.
Good job, Vin
Definitely
Diesel.
did not know.
Okay. Well, Vin Diesel's not here to save you, but Private First Class Zmijewski is at Initiative 1, with the dropship being at Initiative 2. Oh, no. Okay, so everyone who passed their mobility, which is everybody except Mason, has made it to the outskirts or into cover. So, what do you do?
So if
Throw
I'm
the belt?
yeah, yes, of course.
Leather belt.
I'm gonna take. I'll just take my aim and just try and pepper the windshield of the cockpit. Maybe I can cause some disruptions of vision there.
Okay, what is the range of the pulse rifle?
Long.
Okay. I think you're in long range then, which is -2. So you'll be straight up. Go ahead. Make your roll. You want to push 2 successes. That's a lot of dice.
I am so scared to roll that many dice.
Dog, what?
You got it. You gotta save him.
Oh!
Pretty dope.
That is 6 successes. Okay. First time I've had a vehicle in the game too, so let's see how this works. I'm assuming it has armor. It does, and it's got hull, which I'm assuming is health. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Well, I can't roll the armor though. That's dumb. It's not a button. Come on, Foundry, get your shit together. I'll do it this way. Well, would armor piercing work on a vehicle? I mean, you're basically shooting a vehicle with a machine gun.
Hey, if you can kill a tank in 40k with las guns nowadays.
This is not 40k. All right, this is Alien, so it's going to get full armor. And it rolls 0 successes.
Yes!
Okay, how much damage is that going to be, Zmijewski?
So it's 2 base, and then is it an additional 1 per success?
Yeah, if you use each of them for damage, it's 1 per 1, aside from the first one.
Then it's 7 damage.
Okay. So you, like everyone's favorite German sniper from Axis and Allies, you take a deep breath and you let loose just a couple very tight controlled bursts, and they definitely hit this thing. Hard to tell if you're actually damaging it or if you've hit the cockpit or the glass or a pilot, but you definitely do some damage to it, and you see that it's almost flying almost perfectly straight, and then it kind of teeters like left and right as obviously they're, losing control a bit and trying to resituate themselves. So you don't bring it down. However, I will give this thing some negatives when it opens fire because you did quite a bit of damage there, all things considered, with a fucking machine gun. So the Gatling gun opens up. Does this gun have any bonuses? I doubt it. Oh, bonus 3. Oh! Armor piercing full auto. Oh boy.
Boy.
Okay, so it normally rolls 10 dice. I'm going to give it -3 for the amount of damage that it hit. I'm going to make this a formidable skill check for them. So we're going to roll 7 dice here. Oh, you lucky bastard. Bullets chew up the ground behind you, action movie style. It is a 25mm Gatling gun that is just ripping through the bridge and whatever vehicles might still be on the road. And Mason, you can feel just the vibrations of these massive shells tearing into the snow and into the concrete underneath, slowly catching up to you. But as it basically does its pass past you guys, it rips through some more of the street, but none of them come close to hitting you, or at least close enough to really damage you. So they miss as they go flying past you guys, and basically are here at this point.
Thank you, Zmijewski.
The collar, Chaplin, what would you like to do?
I'm going to follow the sergeant's order of, or the command, and I think I rolled the successes, so I'm like getting cover, and then if I'm in cover, I'm going to use my assault rifle to attempt to shoot at the ship too.
Okay, you may attempt to shoot. You'll be at -2 for long range. Plus it's moving past you. It's past you guys at this point, so it's a little bit harder. So, actually, it'll be at -3. It was coming straight at Zmijewski before, so it's a little easier.
How do I input the -3?
When you right-click on your weapon, it'll have a thing that says modifier. Just type -3. Oh, we still score a hit, though. Okay. You tag the tail.
I am the Hyperdyne 341 synthetic.
All right, is it good enough? No, it has 3 successes on its armor. I'm not sure why it did a private roll there, but you hit it, but it doesn't like it really does anything as it flies past. Iona is just going to take cover right now. He's a little freaked out at what's going on. Hammer?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just getting water. Sorry.
All right, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a few pot shots at that thing as well.
All right, it'll be -3. And remember, you're at -2 because you're panicking.
Oh God, that's -5.
Yep.
Well, there's always pushing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a Hammer thing to do.
All right, let's take a shot here.
You
Pulse
reloaded your
rifle.
gun, right?
Yes, I did.
You used a reload? Okay, good.
Yes, I did. Wow. Well, we're
Gat,
gonna
gat,
push that
gat.
for sure.
Lots of misses.
Oh, I hit.
Which gives you 1 success. Okay. Let's see if I do this correct here this time. Oh, that's why it auto-selects this as a GM roll. Okay. All right, you score 1 success, or I should say you score 2 damage. It has 1 on its armor, so it does take another point of damage. You hit the tail as well. You see a little bit of smoke putting out of it as it moves past you guys. And then finally, Mason, you are running as this thing soars past you overhead. It's so close, you can feel the draft, and it almost knocks you to the ground. But you're still kind of out in the open, so what do? You can hear and tell that some of your squad is obviously firing at this thing as it goes by.
I would like to get in the cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You dive behind some rubble where you see Chaplin taking aim as this thing soars overhead, obviously returning fire at it. And then we are at the start of the next round. Zmijewski, you're up to start us off. Initiative 1.
Can I see or have an idea where the other half of the group went?
I'll say you're going to need an observation test because you were focused on shooting the plane.
Well, if it's going to break my focus from shooting the plane, can I see the plane?
Oh yeah, you can see it's basically. I mean, obviously this is happening in just a couple seconds. At this point, it looks like it's kind of not stopped, but it's slowed down, and it's look like it's kind of turning back towards you guys, and it looks like it's descending a little bit.
So what you're saying is it's a good time to
Probably, yeah. You're still at long range though, so -2.
Then I shall aim.
Ooh, that's a panic. All right, so your clip goes empty, and you drop your gun in the process. Your stress goes up by 1. You do hit it, though. You hit the wing as it's kind of turning, and it's going to make another armor roll here. Doesn't do a whole lot. You're pretty sure you connect, though, as it turns. And as it's turning, you can see that it's spraying the Gatling gun in your guys' direction. It's more just kind of spraying to see if it hits any of the buildings. I will make an attack here for it, but... All right. It starts tearing through the buildings, and Zmijewski, especially because you're focusing on this, you can see that as it's turning, it's more like the pilot has just held down the trigger, and it's just firing and still kind of spraying across. And it looks like it's landing at this point. It kind of moves closer to you guys, and it lands out of line of sight. But it does strafe through some of the buildings here. It's got 5 successes, so here's what we're going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll 5 dice, 1 for each success. And for every 3+, that's going to hit a colonist, because there's more of them than you guys. So we have 2 on the colonists and 3 on the squad. So 2 colonists are torn to pieces. We'll say 1 in each group. And 3 squad members are hit. Okay. Let's do this. We will divvy these up between squad 1 and 2 on a, since there's, we'll do 50-50 here. So on a 4+, it's hitting Hammer squad. 1 hits Hammer squad, 2 hits Mason squad, and then we'll randomize between Hammer, Iona, and Zmijewski. Okay, Zmijewski, you're 1 and 2. Hammer, you're 3-4. Iona is 5-6. Zmijewski, you are hit for 3 damage, armor piercing. I will give you cover, though, because you guys all have taken cover at this point. So that will give you additional... we'll say an additional 4 points of armor. So add that and then do armor piercing. Nothing. Take 3 points of damage.
Bleh.
Yeah.
Chaplin and Mason, you are each hit as well. You can add 4 to your armor. Mason, you take 1 point of damage. Clearly, you did say you dove into cover, so maybe you're literally on the ground at this point.
And a point of stress, right?
Yes, when you take damage, the first time in a combat, you take a point of stress. Chaplin, I need an armor roll from you, please. You can add
Is
4
this short range now, or are we still at long range?
This is at long range.
Okay.
Yeah, the gun on this ship has a far further rate. Okay. So you take 3 points of damage, Chaplin. So you guys don't see the ship anymore. It looks like it landed out of sight. You're assuming that it's probably landing, and it is a dropship, so you're assuming there's probably troops coming to get you. Actually, well, Chaplin, you would hear this because you still have the comm unit open, so you can hear them. They land, and you can hear, obviously, the officer on board saying, go, go, go. We've got to get them, and, start moving. And you hear him say, break into 2 squads. And clearly they are coming for you guys. What do you do? Chaplin, you're next. So Mason, you hear this on the comm unit as well. The other squad, though, they don't hear this.
Okay. Well, it's not my turn, right? So
I'm gonna use my personal med kit.
On who?
Me.
You are a synthetic. You need to have a Comtech roll to fix you. It's not a med kit.
Can I do
And-
that?
No, because repairing a synthetic takes hours to do. It's not a regular action like patching up a human.
Okay. I'm throwing my grenade, Chris.
Okay. Are you just throwing it in the direction where you saw the ship land?
Can I roll some kind of observation and throw my grenade, or is my grenade gonna take up the whole thing?
Oh, you can still make an observation test, but I mean, they landed a good distance away. There's no way, even with a perfect throw, that you could throw the grenade as far as where this thing landed. So you know that you guys probably have maybe a couple minutes before they reach you, even if they're at a full run. They're probably a couple blocks away from you guys. You're guessing by where they landed.
Oh, okay.
I mean, keep in mind,
And
this thing did a
I'll
strafing
heal-
run and then tried to pull a hard turn to stop. So
Then I'll use the personal med kit on Mason.
okay, go ahead. Give me a. Oh wait, you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot. This is something I've been doing wrong most of the time I've been playing Alien, because I misread the rules. You only use a med kit when someone is at 0 health and they're broken. Otherwise, you regain health 1 point every turn, which is every 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So he's still up, so he's fine, as far as with a med kit.
I'm gonna use my motion tracker then.
Okay, give me a power roll. Be sure you equip it so that you can do the power roll. Okay, so your power should be at 5 though for that, not 6. Why is it saying 6?
I clicked the 5 and then it turned to 3.
Oh wait, I see. Oh, it's because you have 2 items equipped that have power. That's why, I think. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, it's just it rolled them all. That's weird. It shouldn't have done that. Okay, but your cutting torch is fine, so that's fine. Okay. Okay, so it does use up a little bit of power, but you can tell. So right now these guys are on the very edge of the range of the motion tracker, and you can definitely tell where they landed. That's where you're getting. It looks like you get. It is 8 pings in total, not including the dropship. You'd be able to tell the dropship on this. The dropship has already landed, so you see 8 pings that are clearly, obviously, getting out of the dropship to come find you guys.
Sergeant, 8 bodies, a few clicks to the north coming our way. What are your commands?
Oh, I guess I will radio the other 3 who are on the other side so we can communicate and let them know that people are coming towards us. Is it looking like they're closer towards Hammer and his group?
Maybe slightly, just because they landed on their side of the street.
But they'll still be coming in a place that we can.
Yeah, I mean, they might be a block closer to Hammer's group, give or take. You would guess.
Gotcha. Well, we probably are gonna have to kill these guys, so Let's try to ambush them as best we can and keep our civilians alive.
Okay. Well, we can drop out of initiative right now because you guys have, you're guessing, a couple minutes before they get to you. Maybe a minute or two, depending how fast they run and how far they are and stuff like that. So,
Are there any like back alleys we can take to try to avoid or evade them?
yeah. I mean, there's so the parts of the colony that have buildings and such. It has a very dilapidated look. Remember that this colony was fairly populated with, I think, close to 200,000 people, and now it's down to about like 2,000 or 3,000. So most of the town is like a ghost town. A lot of the buildings have been left empty and have become dilapidated, and the invasion has not done any help to that. You're basically in, war-torn city. There's also lots of refinery pipes that run through the city, both above and below ground. So very, very Warhammer 40k, Mechanicus style look, with a lot of that industrial stuff here and there. And you see a lot of that has obviously suffered damage as well. So there's plenty of places to take cover as long as you're not on a main street. And there's plenty of alleys and side streets between all these buildings.
Okay, then yeah. I guess I'll radio the other guys and say we need to meet up and start taking some side alleys to try to avoid these guys.
We're not going to engage them. Why wouldn't
No.
we engage them, Commander?
Not with civilians in tow. We've already lost a few.
Who gives a shit about these civilians? This
I
is
do.
a mission.
It's our literal job to protect civilians against invaders.
Our
Chris,
little
do you know
job.
how far we are from the fort?
Oh, you're still probably 3 or 4 kilometers away. You're about halfway there, you'd guess, give or take.
Do we know how long that would take? Do I know how long that would take us to get there?
I mean, you're a couple miles away, so I don't know the distance in kilometers to miles, but
Can we
you're-
perhaps send the civilians ahead? They are coming towards us.
you could certainly try to send them somewhere else. I will say over the comms, Mason, Iona chips in and says, we took a heavy hit here, sir. Zmijewski's pretty messed up right now.
Oh boy.
Even know.
Well, messed up as in he can't move, or messed up as in Iona doesn't want to have an extended firefight with Zmijewski like this.
He's still moving, sir, but there's a lot of blood. You can tell there's some serious panic in Iona's voice right now. And concern, obviously. I mean, he's,
Okay.
He just saw his squad mate get fucking annihilated by the, take a fucking shot from a dropship, so.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get our medic over there to make sure he's not dying.
Well, obviously, Zmijewski, you can speak too, but
Right.
Iona's speaking on your behalf right now because he's a little concerned.
I can still function. It is not a problem.
Okay. Well, what does everyone want to do? My vote is to take the civilians and escape. Hammer wants to kill UPP. What about
I
Zmijewski?
absolutely want to kill UPP.
Yep.
And before Mason makes a command, Chris, I do want to start hoofing it towards where I believe that they're coming from and try to take a flanking position on them.
Okay, give me a mobility test, please.
Okay. Any minuses?
No. Straight up.
Fuck.
You want to push?
Yeah.
Ooh, 0 to
Not
3.
bad. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And no panic.
so Zmijewski and Iona and the colonists that are with them, you see Hammer is basically just like, fuck this, and he goes running off in the direction of the dropship, vaulting over some cover like a superhero, and, just running out of sight. Hammer, if you'd like, You can give me an observation roll if you want to see that you detect these guys before you run into them, or you can just risk it and try to find a spot to set up. It's up to you.
Take an observation roll here. All right. Don't see anything there. You're gonna allow me to push?
If you want, yeah, it's totally up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, you panic. Go ahead and roll. Okay, you are already suffering that, so that's going to go up to a 9, which luckily means you're not trembling anymore. So you drop your weapon. We'll say as you make your way through some rubble, the strap of your gun gets caught and it pulls it off your shoulder. So you have to kind of stop, slide in the snow, and then run back to get it off. But you are no longer panicking, so let's get rid of that. That's good. And you do have a success there, so let me roll for these guys, and we'll see what the rest of the squad does here. Actor, Destroyer of Worlds. Okay. So Hammer, you definitely hear these guys in the distance. You can hear them. They're making a lot of noise. Doesn't sound like they're trying to be quiet. Sounds like they are also hoofing it and trying to make all due speed. What do you do? Where do you try to set up?
Well, let me just understand. So, real quick here is where we have the drop ship. That's where they were likely to depart, right? Or get dropped off.
I mean, don't take the map too literally. It would be here.
Okay.
It would be on your guys' side of the highway.
Okay.
But it was. You can hear them. They're probably within a block or two of you, is what it sounds like.
Okay.
I mean, there's not a lot of noise in your general vicinity other than, the sound of the dropship landing, and then now you can hear these guys kind of shouting and probably like marching or running.
Okay. What my guess is I want to try to make sure that I set up behind them, because I think that they'd be heading towards where they were engaging us originally.
Okay.
And then once I get what I believe is the last guy in the group, I want to open fire.
Okay. All right. Where are you trying to set up your ambush? Because basically you're running through alleyways of ruined buildings and rubble. So, where exactly you try to set up?
Yeah, my guess would be I'm going to try to set up in a ruined building on potentially the second floor, if there is a floor.
Okay. Yeah. You find one that's kind of bombed out, classic 40K corner ruin.
Yeah, for sure.
The good old days.
Get up on the second floor there. Okay, and you feel confident, you didn't make a whole lot of noise, and you felt like you moved pretty fast, and you pretty much stop moving when you hear these guys. You start setting up your ambush, so you feel like you're in a good spot. Zmijewski, what do you and Iona do when you see him run off? Iona's kind of looking to you, you could tell he's kind of freaked out, and he's kind of looking to you for guidance right now.
Do not worry, there's been many worse things that happens to me. Do you want to get the belt or do you want to die?
He looks confused as if he's not sure how to answer.
Come on now, we must get together. To the squad.
Okay, so you go after Hammer or go regroup with the others?
I'm gonna regroup with the others, making note of which direction Hammer went.
Okay.
So I can keep track of how to get him back with the group later.
Okay. Well, the four of you two and the remaining two colonists, basically start crossing the highway to get over to where they are. Mason and Chaplin, you can see the four of them minus Hammer making their way across the open street of the highway, and then they jump into the cover where you guys are, and you guys are reunited. And
Did we see Hammer sprint away?
Probably not. I mean, you guys were pretty separated by the cover, and he made a pretty good mobility roll here. So no, you don't see him, and he didn't really respond after you started giving orders. So we're at our halfway point. Let's take our 5-minute break here. You guys can start to discuss what you want to do here, and then we'll pick up with what's going to happen next.
All right, sick.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna grab some water, and I'll be back too.
Hammer, don't you dare die. My personal goal is to make sure none of us die and have to roll into another character. Don't you dare die out there. I came so close to dying 15 minutes ago.
Wait, that's your like actual act goal, or you personally do like
Out of game me. I'm like, we're better than this. All right, we can beat this.
We've
We
already
should
beat
not
one act
die.
with no one losing a character. We can
Justin,
do this.
Justin,
See?
the
See?
background of my character directly conflicts with that statement. The odds of success here.
Unfortunate, but we can do it.
I told you from the very beginning of this, that my character was psychotic. This is not going to end well.
Well, you know what? Shit.
And my Act 2 agenda is very specific, so
Yeah, see,
I must
mine's
get that. I
not.
must get that I must get that story point.
Okay, we are back. So, Hammer is in position waiting to ambush some UPP troops, and Iona and Zmijewski, seriously injured, along with the remaining 2 colonists from their group, have regrouped with Chaplin and Mason, along with the other 2 surviving colonists. So 4 of the 7 still remain. So I'm going to put you guys basically all in the same spot here. You are on the west side of the highway. They tell you that Hammer ran ahead. Zmijewski's pretty sure he knows the direction that he went. What do you guys do?
Well, I think we need to go support Hammer.
Before we go too fast, you there, robot, help me.
That was very direct.
So, Justin, in this game, you can only do medical aid if you're at 0 health, because otherwise you just regain health every turn.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were explaining that for Chaplin earlier. That
No,
Chaplin gets that. Okay.
No, for
mind.
Chaplin, because she's a synthetic, she has to get a Comtech roll, and it takes hours to do.
Yeah,
However, I would let's see. A turn is 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't think you'll have enough time to heal any health before these guys show up or before you run into them. So, unfortunately,
Then
you have
nothing. Can I calm my nerves or anything in that time?
No, because that takes at least a turn. I suppose if you haven't used your item this act, I'll let you use your signature item.
What does that just reduce stress?
It reduces stress by 1.
Yeah, let's do
I'll
that.
let you guys do that if you want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that for Iona because he's not here right now, so I don't want to use his.
Well, I used mine, Chris. So.
Okay. And you did as well, Justin?
Yeah.
Okay. Hammer, do you want to use yours?
Use my what? Sorry.
Your signature item to reduce your stress by 1?
Yes.
Okay. You may do so.
Oh man, I better find out a new stock. Hopefully these guys have. Maybe we can search their bodies after I murder them.
Okay.
Yeah, something tells me the UPP soldiers aren't just gonna have the drug you need.
Hey, we never know.
True.
Yeah.
You never know until you try, I guess.
Mason, what is your squad doing as you guys kind of pull yourselves together here? What are you doing, and what's your approach? What's your method?
Well, Zmijewski, do you know where Hammer went? Vaguely.
Yes, he ran off to the east, maybe south a little.
Okay. So, towards the gunship. Great. We at least know he's very intent on killing them. We need to go support him.
Justin, are you currently suffering panic? Your last panic was
Yeah.
drop your gun, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I had to take a turn to pick it back up. So that's,
Yeah,
that's
so
why I was
that's-
waiting. That was
No,
the
yeah,
turn
that's-
after I got shot.
Yes, your panic should end. There we go. It still says you're panicked for some reason, but
Yeah, I saw that too. It's like it's highlighted on my sheet, but
Yeah.
the value is 0, so I don't know.
okay. Well, let's just see what happens if we do a stress roll here. Keeping it together. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get rid of it now. That's weird. Well, whatever. We know you're at 0, so we'll figure it out if we need to. Anywho, you guys are just gonna go try to find Hammer?
Yeah. Probably leave the civilians hunkered down in these buildings. Tell them to hide as best they can.
Okay. They will attempt to hide. I will do a mobility roll for them. They seem to be doing a fairly good job of staying quiet, although they look very nervous and scared when you guys start crossing the road and leave them behind. What's your approach to find Hammer? How you doing this?
Chaplin, you still have that motion tracker, right?
Yep.
Well, that if Hammer doesn't move, it wouldn't show him up, right?
No, it will not.
Damn.
Hence,
Motion
motion.
tracker, yeah, not thermal or anything. Roof. I guess we'll just go in the direction Zmijewski said and try to follow prints we see or
Okay.
giant ball marks we see in the ground from him dragging his balls.
Are you being fast? You being cautious? You being stealthy? You being rushed? What's the approach here?
Cautious so we don't get laced by these UPP guys, I guess.
Okay, well, I will definitely need stealth checks. And if I recall, with a group stealth check, it is the highest level. Let me double check. You'd think I would, sorry, listeners, you'd think I would know this rule by now.
I don't even think I have stealth. Close combat, stamina, range combat, mobility, piloting.
Mobility is stealth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, group roles. Choose amongst you who's the best suited. So whoever has the highest skill, others can still assist as normal if relevant. Up to 3 rules. 3 is normal. So whoever has the best mobility, not including stress die.
I only have a +1.
Keep in mind you add your agility because it's an agility roll.
Total of 5 then.
Okay.
6.
6.
And 4 for Iona.
I will support whichever one of you wants to do this.
Okay, Iona will support as well. So obviously you'll all support, so whoever wants to make the roll. Obviously Chaplin can't panic, but he can't push. Zmijewski could push, but he's got a couple stress points.
Why don't you take this one, chappy chaps?
Okay,
So then we just roll mobilities ourselves to give him something?
nope. As long as you assist, you give the person +1. So
Oh, sick.
Jessica, you may make mobility at +3. So just add 3 for your modifier when you roll. Right click on the roll. There you go. Perfect. Okay, you have 1 success. And let's see here. All right, so you guys start to creep your way across the street, and you begin to make it into the area where Zmijewski, Hammer, and Iona were taking cover. You're going slow, so you don't find him at this point, but you're on the other side of the street. Would you guys, one of you, or actually all of you, I guess, other than Hammer, because Hammer's already made his, would the 4 of you give me observation rolls, please? If you want. This is whether or not you choose. It's up to you.
Oof, I panicked.
So did Iona. I don't know if it's still on private. He dropped his gun.
I keep it together.
Okay, you're okay. Oh, stress goes up by 1 now. Right. However, Iona had 3 successes.
Very
1
nice.
from Zmijewski and Chaplin had 0. Okay. So, perhaps Iona drops his gun. You notice this, Mason. It looks like he's looking back in the direction you guys came, and he drops his gun, and he's looking the way you guys basically just came, and you see across the street there are 4 UPP soldiers that are marching through the rubble, and it looks like they're deciding whether to search over where you guys were or come over to where you guys are now and cross the street. You can see they're kind of looking in both directions. It looks like they're deciding what to do right now. They don't seem to see you, but you think they may have heard you guys, or maybe they heard Iona drop his gun. You're not sure. Perhaps they've heard the colonists as well. Let's put them right there. So you're not sure, but that's what you guys see. They don't see you guys, and you all duck behind some cover before they do spot you. So what do you guys do?
Chaplin, can you do a convincing Russian accent?
Or if we have a clear line of sight, Sergeant, why did we not all fire at the same time?
I have a grenade.
Are they? Well, we don't.
wants to use that
She's
grenade so bad.
just want to use it all
She's just
night.
the whole time.
Well, we don't want them to take cover with the colonists and then just execute the colonists, right? But if we convince them with a fake Russian accent that we're further down, maybe we can get them closer so we can blow them away or throw grenades or something.
We have real Russian. Why need fake Russian?
Oh, great. Real Russian.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. What do you guys do?
Or we can just mow them down now and throw a grenade and try to ace them.
Zmijewski likes that.
Okay, let's fucking blow them away, boys.
Okay.
Is she in range of her grenade throw? Can she strong arm it?
I think so. Let's see. What's the range of a grenade? Medium? Yeah. I would say short range would be the highway and medium would be across the highway. So you guys are basically, I guess, just to keep our zones, we'll have you like this. So I know it's hard to see the grid on this map, but we'll stick with the grid being, so the colonists are in cover, and the UPP is basically between you guys, and there's enough space where they're about 2 zones away from you.
Great. Let's just fucking blast them, I guess.
Okay. All right, so this will be straight up. There's no modifiers of any sort, negative or positive. However, you do all get to attack before they do. You definitely have them caught off guard, or perhaps they're distracted by something else. So you may each make an attack, other than Hammer. Hammer's off doing his solo mission here. So Jessica, be sure you equip the grenade when you throw that. You'll need a ranged attack with the grenade to land it, and then it does X amount of damage. Okay, and Iona will open fire as well. Okay, so we'll start with Chaplin, though. I assume
Was that right?
Let me double check. Grenade. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it has any bonuses, does it? No. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's no good.
I want to push.
I know. such is the life of an android. Safe, sometimes too safe. Let me make the attack with what's his face here? That guy with the stress. That guy right there. Okay. So let's resolve this. So Chaplin, I'm going to assume you go first because you want to try to throw the grenade while they're packed together. Unfortunately, you have 0 successes. The grenade does not quite make it across the street, and it does not land in between the 4 of these guys. It lands short. There's an explosion basically on the far side of the highway from where you're at. Perhaps a nearby vehicle gets tossed aside. and they clearly hear that and turn towards you, and are then greeted by the rest of your squad opening fire. So unfortunately, I don't think the grenade... Let me see what the radius is on its explosion, because honestly, I haven't used a whole lot of grenades in this game, so... I think it just hits everybody in a zone, and unfortunately your throw means it doesn't land in the zone. But let's double check just to make sure here.
And can we use story points to like aid this?
Yes. Okay, so hold on. Explosion for each person within short range of the blast when the detonation occurs. Oh, so they would be within short range. So... the roll cannot be pushed. Oh, the explosion damage can't be pushed. Victims at engage range from the detonation suffer 1 extra point of damage. Powerful charges with a blast of 7 or more can harm people even at medium range. The blast power is then reduced by 6. Okay. What's the damage on a grenade? Is it 9? I think. Blast 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So it would hit them, because it'll hit them even at medium range. They are currently at short range from where the grenade landed. But it will be at reduced. So it's only going to roll 3 dice worth of damage. Unless you want to burn a story point to succeed on your attack roll. I don't know if...
Burn it!
Okay. So...
Yeah.
You have a success, which means the grenade lands right in between all of them. So
Of course, I'm a synthetic.
the way the blast damage works is this one does 9, so you roll 9 dice, and that's how much damage. Every success will do a point of damage, and it hits all of them. But let me see if we make 1 roll, or do we make 4 rolls?
Do I type that into the chat box?
Yeah, so do /r space 9d6. But let's see. Yeah, if there are many people within the blast, the GM can simplify the process by rolling once and applying the result to all victims. I think that's fine. So make 1 roll here. And you have 1 6. Do you have any... Well, you can't push, so... And you can't push this anyway, because it's an explosion. Okay.
I want to push.
Well, it's not amazing, but it does do a point of damage to everybody. Is a grenade armor piercing? I don't believe it is. Doesn't say armor piercing on it. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, it hits everybody, so that's the thing here. Okay, so we have 1 success, and then the other guys... Really? Are they not wearing armor? That seems a little weird for soldiers, but let's just double check. Let's check the rulebook on that one. That's some confident-ass soldiers. Huh. That's a little weird, but okay.
What's weird?
According to this, they don't have any gear. That seems weird to me. They would send guys into battle without any gear. That can't make any sense. So we're gonna GM rule that they've at least got the UPP rifles.
They're peacekeepers. Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah, they're
They sent-
mercenaries come to convince us to join the socialist dictatorship.
Well, it's funny because like the commander guy has some gear. The other guys do not for some reason. But I'm going to assume, yeah. I mean, it's basic stuff. Okay, let me just roll armor here. So the commander, he blocks the point of damage, as do all the other 3. So the explosion does go off, but between their armor and the rubble that they're in, some of the cover, they don't really take any damage from the explosion. And then let's resolve everything else here. So... Zmijewski, you shot. What did you have? How many successes Did you
I
panic?
think 4, and then I panicked and dropped my gun.
Okay, so your gun's out of ammo. You had 4 successes. 3 successes.
Yeah,
so that
3,
is
sorry.
4 damage. Okay. And that is armor piercing. Okay, he takes 3 points of damage. All right. Mason, how'd you do?
I believe I got 5 successes. I did push, but I got 5.
You got 5. Okay, did you panic at all?
Nope.
Okay, and how did Iona do? Iona had 1, but he panicked. He got nervous twitch. All of your stress goes up by 1 except hammer.
Yep.
But he did hit. He burned his ammo, though, as well. So we'll say he probably shoots this other guy over here. Just kind of spraying at this point. Piercing. Okay, so he takes... What's the base damage of this gun? Is it 2 or 3 on the smart gun? I think it's 3. It is. Nice. And how much damage did you do, Mason?
I got 5 successes. So... Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at the other stunts I can do. Are we still at, like, initiative? So I'm initiative 10, or...
No, we're going to start a new round. You guys have a surprise round.
Okay, then can I cause pinning to 1 or 2 of the guys?
You may, yes.
They need to make an immediate panic roll.
Okay. Well, remember, each stunt you can use for one of these things. So you had 5 successes, you have 4 stunts right now. So how do you want to divvy them up?
There's 4 guys, right?
Yes.
Can I do 4 panic rolls?
Yeah, you can hit one guy and then do 4 panic rolls so 1 on each.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's 2 damage, right, on the gun?
Let me double check. I think so.
Piercing.
Yeah, 2 damage, armor piercing.
Okay, he takes 1 point of damage. His armor takes some. Okay. Okay. So here's what happens. Well, actually, we'll go over to Hammer first, and then I'll tell you guys what happens with that group. So Hammer, as this is happening, pretty much as they open fire on this squad, you see a group of 4 UPP soldiers marching past your position. They don't see you. They don't seem to have any idea that you're there, and they move past you. They're moving quickly, but they seem to be staying in a pretty tight formation, and they are also... They're not making a ton of noise. They're trying to be quiet, but they're all, they're doing almost like crouched, kind of fast movement in a way. They're not running, but they're not being slow either. But they do not see you, so they pass you, the 4 of them. They are heading back in the direction from where your squad was in the ruins. What do you do?
I am going to. What's the count on a grenade? Is it 5 seconds?
These say 3 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna hold 1, and then I'm going to throw. So as soon as it lands, it blows, or make it right there. And
Give me a attack with the grenade.
all right, just straight roll, right?
You can aim if you'd like. That'll give you +2 if you want to burn your action to aim.
I would like to burn my action to aim.
Okay, so yeah, you can give yourself 2 extra dice there. Do you wish to push? Oh, he just does it. He doesn't even stop. No hesitation. Wow, look at that. 5 successes. Okay, so you time it perfectly. You throw it perfectly. It lands precisely in between the 4 of them. What do you want to use the 4 stunts on? I'll let you use the stunts for something else here, the extra successes.
Let me pull up the board here on what those skills can be. Let me look up stunts.
Be for range combat.
Yeah, why isn't it opening up? And the rules reference doesn't let me.
Go to your character sheet, and
Okay.
on skills, you can hit the little green box next to
Got
the
it.
skill.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay. I was doing that on range combat, though, wasn't I?
Yes.
Okay. I will... So how many extra do I have? Sorry?
4.
So I would like to use 3 on inflict additional damage, and then 1 to pin down the target, which they'll force them to roll a panic roll.
Well, you can only force one of them per panic, so you could do correction damage and make one of them take a panic.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then roll the damage of the grenade, and you can add +3 to this. So it's 9. You roll 9 dice. You'll be rolling 12 dice.
Yeah. So I just write. Was it /R?
/R space 12d6. Survey says 1, 2, 3 successes. Okay. Let me make armor rolls for these guys. Okay, so we have 1 damage, 3 damage, 2 damage, and 3 damage. Nicely done. That's how you use a grenade right there. 1, 2, 3. This
Thanks
guy-
for the slight, you impartial DM.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So here's what happens when you guys launch your ambushes. Grenades go off, guns are shot, guns are dropped, ammo is burned through, and just about every one of these guys, except one of them, takes damage. At this point, as you begin opening fire and hitting your targets, 2 things come to mind. The first is that all of these guys, you in particular, Hammer, you notice this, all of these guys look absolutely identical, as if they could be twins or quadruplets. Identical quadruplets. And then it all makes sense when the bullets and grenades go off. They bleed white and not red.
Aw, damn it.
And your attempt to
fuck.
make them panic, Mason, they take the hits and they all like turn towards you at the same time, Terminator style, with a look of vengeance in their eyes. And you
Fuck.
realize that these are not human troops, but synthetics. And now, I'm going to put you
Okay.
over here, Hammer, because you're slightly away from them. I guess you guys are in the same zone, at least. That's fine. We're going to do initiative now.
Yeah.
No active combat encounter.
All right, there we go.
Oh, yes. That's exactly the ambush that I wanted.
We are just missing Chaplin, I think. There he is. Okay. All right. Hammer, you are first to start. These, I don't know whether or not any of your characters... Chaplin, you would definitely realize once you see them. They are David model androids. So they are the Michael Fassbender character from Covenant. They are that style of android. That's what they look like. But you can tell that these are clearly have been repurposed to be combat androids. A pretty scary prospect, but you know, considering the UPP, you're not surprised. Hammer, you're first up. I mean, they stagger because the grenade goes off next to them, but none of them get knocked down, and none of them like panic or react. They all kind of turn in your direction, or they're kind of scanning, I guess, because they don't necessarily know exactly where you're at because you just threw the grenades. So, and you get to go before them. So what do you do?
I am going to take lead. Can I tell from any of them who's hurt most? Or do they just, they're
yeah,
all bleeding?
You can tell the two closer to you on the map here took a little more damage. They look a little more singed and messed up.
And they're still together?
More or less, yeah.
But they don't know where I came from.
They're scanning right now, but you get to act before them, so, they might realize where you're at, but you're not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna try and throw another grenade.
Right?
Alright.
Fucking die!
Yeah, just if they're not firing out my position, I'm gonna try and throw another grenade. So what do you want me to roll for?
You make another ranged attack. You can aim again if you want. It's up to you.
I do want to range. I do want to
Okay.
aim, and that's +2. You said.
+2. Dude, if you solo 4 androids, that would be incredible. Okay, you hit. You have 3 stunts.
Yeah, they're all gonna be extra damage.
Okay, so roll me another 12 dice as another grenade goes off. You guys hear what sounds like a fucking war going on the other side of the block, where you're assuming Hammer is at. 2 successes, okay. It's not terrible. First guy blocks, second guy takes 1 damage. All right, hold on, let me make sure. That's one of the seriously injured ones. He's looking pretty fucked up right now. The next guy takes, what was it, 2? 2. Okay. Hammer here, doing work. Another 2, okay. Well, Hammer, they're all still standing, but they are all looking moderately to heavily damaged right now. They definitely know where you're at, though, now. They seem to have figured out where you're at, where the grenades are coming from.
We're not gonna get another chance on a 3rd round of grenades.
Unlikely, yeah. Next is the commander of the unit. So that is over where Mason's group is. So Mason, you see this one that's turned slightly. I'll turn him. Okay. That is the one that is the commander. He's kind of closest to you guys. You hear him shout some orders to the troops. He's shouting in Russian right now, and they begin to move and take cover. He's going to actually do a command roll here. And 3 successes.
Can I counterspell his command roll?
No. He's going to give 1 success to each of the other androids, and then he's going to take cover as he does that. Looks like he's drawing his weapon. Zmijewski, you're next.
Well, I'm going to have to duck down behind whatever I'm standing behind for cover and regather my equipment, and reload my gun as well.
Fair enough. You can spend your turn doing all of that. Next up are the UPP androids. Okay. The 3 where you guys are at basically spread out, so they're no longer, going to get nailed by 1 grenade. They seem to have completely lost interest in the colonists. Whether or not they saw them or heard them, you're not sure. But they begin to take cover and open fire on you guys with their UPP AK-40-47. And they're each going to get +1 from their sweet commander doing his work. You're going to see it showing up as the... Oh, actually, I should do these separate because I think they have different stats. Hold on. Okay, easy way to fix this. Give this guy an assault rifle. Boom. The only difference you see with these guys is the commander is wearing a red beret. The other ones, they maybe have like light helmets on or something like that. Because you always want to make sure that people can pick out your commanding officer. 40K has taught us anything. Okay, they open fire. First one, I guess they're going to shoot everybody except Zmijewski because he's ducked behind cover right now, like out of line of sight. Everybody has cover, but he's out of line of sight right now reloading his gun. So Chaplin, you are hit and take 4 points of damage. You may roll armor. And you guys have covers. You can add 4 to your armor. These are not armor piercing, so you get full armor against these, plus 4 for the cover. I think you should be rolling more armor than that, Chaplin. You should add 4 because you're in cover. Just roll another 4d6. Whoa! What the fuck? Okay, none of them came up as successes. Ouch. Chaplin, you take 4 more points of damage as bullets just riddle through you.
Chris.
Yes. What? Did you say something, Jessica?
Oh, I was just gonna put my mustache on and say, "Avenge me."
Are you at 0?
Ah.
Okay. Well, luckily, androids are pretty fucking hard to put down. But you are broken, which means we're going to roll on the critical synthetic damage chart here, which is 1d6 for those following at home. Survey says a 5. Well, it could be worse. Could be a 6. Severe chassis breach. Internal organs spill out, and the android is completely immobilized. So you basically can't move right now, Chaplin, as you fall back against some cover and kind of slip behind some rubble you're standing behind. You are still operational. You can still speak. Unfortunately, you cannot move at all. The next one, shooting at Mason.
Did we ever resolve the damage I did with my gun, my attack last time?
Yes, I spread the damage. I had each of you hit a different guy.
Okay.
2 of them look moderately injured. 1 of them just took a little bit of damage.
Nice.
You are getting hit for 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So you can right-click on armor and add 4 because you have cover.
Nice.
I think that should work.
That's 4.
Okay, you take 1.
Okay.
Gain a point of stress.
No.
Actually, no, you wouldn't, because this is all still one big combat since the dropship showed up. And finally, the last shot at Iona completely misses. Gat, gat, gat. Meanwhile, Hammer, these guys spread out. You see 2 of them, one goes left, one goes right to get into some cover. The other 2 come charging at you. One of them opens fire as he's running towards you through the street and scores 0 hits. The other one just starts booking it, and he gets to... he's basically climbing up towards you. He's not at engage range yet, but it looks like he's running up and he's drawn a knife. And then we are on to Mason.
Okay. Are they in cover with the... It doesn't look like they're in cover with the civilians?
No, they definitely... You're not in danger of hurting the civilians unless you threw a grenade way past the androids.
So if I shoot my RMAT U1 grenade launcher at them, they...
Yeah, you'd be fine. It does a regular grenade, basically. It's just that you got a grenade launcher built into the gun. So at this point, you could probably only hit 2 of them because they've kind of spread out a little bit after they got hit by the first grenade.
Fair. That's fair. Then I'll just... Can I do an aim action and then shoot with my pulse rifle?
Yes.
So that's +2?
Yes.
Cool.
The sergeant or the commander guy, he's out of sight. He ducked behind cover completely.
Ah, what a coward.
I mean, you have an idea where he's at, but he's out of line of sight. The other 3, they're in cover, but you can see all of them.
Okay, I'll shoot. I guess it's one of the other three.
Hey man, he doesn't have a helmet. He's got to keep himself alive somehow.
Fair? No, I understand.
Okay. You
3
run out of
successes
ammo.
and a stress.
Roll your panic. Oh boy, that's a lot. Wow,
Tremble.
8. Okay. -2 agility, but you are still in the fight, and you do succeed on your test. So you have 3 successes. Is this all going to be damage?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
And which one are you hitting from top to bottom?
Good question. Let me see. Let's go.
Well,
Which
actually,
one?
I guess I would. You can tell the top one is unhurt, the middle one is the most damaged, and the one at the bottom is partially damaged.
I guess we'll go the one that's most damaged.
Okay, so let me do his armor roll here.
It is armor piercing, as far as I know.
Glorious UPP armor of mighty armor
Paper.
5. Okay, so he takes total 4 damage, so he takes 3 more. He is looking really messed up. He's still standing, but he is fucked up.
Rip. Damn.
No criticals yet, and your gun is empty.
So close.
Did you aim?
Yes.
Okay. Next up is Iona. Well, I believe he panicked last turn. He did panic. He got nervous twitch, so he has to reload. So he... What the fuck? Are you guys still there?
Yeah, why?
I think I fucking just exited out of Foundry. My apologies.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
you are exited out.
Sorry, my bad.
Oddly, it doesn't pause the game. There we go.
I got so excited, we just jumped out of combat. Okay, you guys can rejoin. I'm back in.
I never left. Yeah, it didn't kick me out.
Oh,
I'll refresh just in case. Now I got to try.
I was gonna say I don't see Ben in here right now. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay, Ben's back. Hammer's back. Zmijewski. And we just need Chaplin. However, it is Iona's turn, so he is reloading and taking cover out of line of sight. And I think he increased everybody's stress, so his panic will end at this point. Unfortunately, we're up to Chaplin, who cannot do anything except speak right now. Is there anything you want to say? I guess you could still try to give command rolls to try to give your team some buffs. Other than that, you're kind of inoperational right now.
I cough and thick white ooze comes out of my mouth.
Did you really? That's the sentence you wanted to put together and say out loud on purpose?
That's all you got.
Might be Smarties, might be something else.
Oh, it's Smarties, then yeah, keep joking, please.
Oh,
Moving
no.
on. Hammer, 1v4. What's it gonna be?
Yeah, I'm gonna go after I'm gonna shoot the guy
I'm gonna
who is.
spread these guys out just to show who's here.
Okay.
So this is the guy that's coming towards you. This
Okay.
one's the one that shot you right here. And
Okay.
and then these are the other two are the ones that have kind of flanked out around you. So let me-
Definitely taking a shot at the guy that is coming up at me with the pulse rifle.
Okay. Alrighty. You will. I'm gonna give you +1 because he's climbing right now and he's fairly close. So you can have +1 on top of. Do you aim or do you save your action for something else?
I'm gonna save my action for something else.
Okay. Go for it.
Yes.
Panic. Oh, -2 agility again. However, is it all damage?
All damage.
5 damage to Mr. Android.
Hope this guy just gets fucking loaded with lead.
Well, I gotta find the guy that actually gave equipment to. Hold on. There we go. Okay,
Yes.
well, he takes 5 points of damage. Roll me a critical damage for the android, please.
Yeah.
Rolling leg artery cut.
Oh no, you got to do this. You got to do the synthetic.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That's too bad. That's a good one. 53.
Yeah, shut down.
Oh, he gets the 6 system shutdown. You just annihilate this thing at point blank range. You just strike it in the chest, shoulder, and head, and it just loses its grip, falls back flat on its back, back into the ruins, and some rubble and snow kind of falls on top of it as it crashes to the ground.
I am
He
just
is
screaming.
dead. Wow. That's fucking crazy. Okay. Okay, the sergeant he is going to do another command roll here for his boys and gets 0 successes like a true champion.
Yes.
That's what happens when you have really low empathy. So he shouts at them. It doesn't really seem to help. And you can hear him shouting across the street to you guys, "It's time to give up. Surrender and maybe we'll be merciful. Where are the other Marines? Tell me now." Zmijewski, you're up. And you're fully loaded.
Cool. I'm gonna slowly stand up and see what I can see.
You can see the other 3. You don't see the commander. He's out of line of sight, issuing orders, but you do hear him. You can tell the general direction where he's at. And you see the other 3 opening fire back at your squad. One of them looks pretty injured. The other 2, not so much. The 2 on the ends look fairly unhurt.
Yeah, let's. I'll fire at the 2 on the end then, because in that area, more on that side.
Well, I meant on the top and bottom. Those 2 are the uninjured ones.
Oh, on the opposite ends. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then
The one that's
side.
the one that's turned is the sergeant. You don't see him. You're not sure where he's at.
Then I'll shoot at the bottom guy.
Okay. Are you aiming?
I am.
Okay. Zmijewski. Can he do it? Ooh. Okay, well, you burned through another clip, but 4 successes. All damage, I'm assuming?
He looks messed up already, right?
He's taken a little bit of damage, not much.
Then yeah, load him up.
All right, so that is... Okay, you're panicking as well, but you're... Okay, tremble. Could be worse. That is going to be 5 damage. 5 damage goes through, and you're hitting the guy at the bottom, right?
Correct.
He is looking really, really bad right now, but he is still standing. Just barely. And the UPP androids are up. You see the one at the top begins rushing across the street towards you guys. Looks like he's getting ready to draw his knife. The other 2 that are really injured stay in cover and continue to shoot at you guys.
Like a standard tactic for them. First guy just charges with knife while the other guys.
I guess so. Yeah. So let's see here. Okay. The one that you hit, Zmijewski, he returns fire. Oh, you know what? I didn't roll his. That's okay. I didn't roll his cover armor. That's all right. 1 success for 2 damage. You have 4 extra armor from cover here. Oh, 3 bullets ricocheting off rubble and ruined walls, but none of them strike you. Second one is going to shoot... On a 4+, it's going to shoot Iona. On a 1 through 3, it'll shoot Mason. Sorry, Matt. Killing your character while you're not here.
Oh.
I lied. I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. 2 damage. All right. Well, he's got 6 stress right now. Well, it's about to be 7.
You sound really sadistic about that.
I know.
No, is not, Chris. Not with that save.
No, right. 3 armor, just like Zmijewski. It looks like Iona's learning how to survive, being near the Polish badass over here, and does not take any damage. And the last guy is charging in, and he's drawing his knife, and he's about to plunge into the glorious melee of combat. He is in your guys' zone, but he is still at short range. He's not engaged yet. Mason, you see this android, Terminator T-1000 style come running across the street and then leaps over some of the rubble and is deciding who to try to kill.
Cool.
Cool. Sweet.
Well, I ran out of ammo. Well, I didn't run out of. My clip is empty. I have 1 reload left. If I reload, I can't shoot, right?
Correct. Reload is a fast or a slow action.
Can I pull out my M240 incinerator unit and light him up?
I believe drawing a weapon is a fast action. However, it would mean you're just dropping your assault rifle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yes. So you drop the assault rifle, and you whip out the incinerator, and you may shoot. Are you shooting the guy who's charging?
Yeah, the one who's like balls deep on me.
Okay. You run out of ammo as you just hold down the trigger and burn through the whole canister. Please roll your panic.
Freeze.
Oh, no.
Hold on. What happens?
Bad.
Well, what is my overkill?
Oh, you have overkill?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Instead of panicking in the face of mortal danger, you can turn your fear into aggression and use it as a weapon.
Hold on, one thing I forgot. Did we determine, is Nerves of Steel...
Oh, it is not applying.
Okay. So you're at an 8, which...
Right.
Can I change this for you? Oh, I can. Okay, there. All right. You're at -2 agility from now on, but you do hit. Are you going to do all damage here?
There's one other thing I wanted to check with ranged combat. Can I swap our initiatives?
Yes. You can swap with either the sergeant or the UPP soldiers, basically. Either way, it's better than what you currently have.
Well, the sergeant's 2, right? I'll go before.
Yes.
I'll swap with the sergeant.
Okay, can I change this? I can. Okay, hold on. Let me put that as a 2. And then... Wait. Okay, and then this... What did you have? A 6?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good move. And then the other one is damage? So
Yeah.
a total of 3 damage?
Yep.
That's not armor piercing, is it?
I really doubt it.
I know it lights him on fire, but that's different.
Yeah, give me a second. I don't think it is.
Okay. Doesn't matter. He takes the full 3 damage.
Dick.
His skin and armor begins to melt. And then he's on fire, which I believe it's intensity 9 for the incinerator. Intensity 9.
Yes,
So
fire intensity 9.
Roll 9 dice. Just like a grenade, every success does a point of damage. 1 success, but his armor blocks it.
Weak.
Okay. I think the fire goes out at that point because it didn't do any damage. If it does damage, it keeps getting stronger, but I think he's fine.
Oh, well.
Get back to that though. Iona, I think he reloaded last turn, right?
I think maybe.
Okay.
Because you had said that he was panicking.
Yeah. All right. Well, Iona's going to try to save the day here. He is going to try to... Oh, wait. He's got a lot of stress. I don't know if he'd do that. Yeah, I think he would. It's getting a little desperate here. He's going to try to full auto and hit both of the guys that are standing in cover. And he'll aim as well, so he's going to get a shit ton of dice here. but he's got 7 stress. Can you do it, Iona? No! Oh, what's the panic roll gonna be? Oh, no. Just barely fails with the freeze.
Does he have anything that prevents him from doing?
He has passed the limit. What is this? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. You're the toughest badass around. You can push any skill roll based on strength twice, not just once. No, that's not very helpful. He also has banter. That doesn't help right now.
Right.
Well, he would have saved the day, but he decided to panic instead and burn through his ammo here. So unfortunately, he does not hit. And with freeze, you're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Everybody's stress in this group goes up by another 1.
Stop.
That includes me.
No, you are in a separate combat. Chaplin, do you have anything helpful to tell your teammates? I give you an A for effort with the role-playing there. I like that. Private Hammer. 1v3 now.
And we will start taking shots at the other guy that was shooting me, which I believe is the closest.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. We will aim.
Okay. And remember, you are at -2 because you're panicking.
-2 to my agility.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just at 0 then.
Correct. Ooh, nice. Are you going to risk pushing it, or are you going to keep it? Oh my god, he's insane. Oh my god, 6 successes. What is this? It's a monster. It's not a man. Damage?
All damage.
Well, I guess I'll roll its armor. It's probably not going to matter a whole lot here, though, but roll his 2 armor dice. Yeah, okay. Roll me another synthetic critical. Destroyed arm. All right, so you blow up one of the arms. It falls to the side limply, and it drops the gun that it had.
Ooh, okay.
Nicely done. He's still operational, but he's down 1 arm.
Cool. Good deal.
Mason.
Yes. I would
Actually,
like to.
Let me check the fire rules really quick here and see if he's still on fire or not. I don't think
Okay.
he is. Oh, you know what? He would still. So we rolled the fire for the initial damage because you hit him, and then if you take damage, you catch fire, continue to burn, and suffer at the start of each round. So he would take 1 hit at the start of the round, and then if it does no damage, then it goes out. So please roll me 9 more dice.
Okay.
Because he takes the fire damage immediately when he's hit, and then he takes it every round. What you got?
2.
2, okay. Is it... He takes 1 and is still on fire, which means now it goes up. It increases by 1 dice every turn. 1
Oh
die.
boy.
So now it's strength 10 fire. He's looking messed up, but he's still going.
Great.
It is your turn. What do you do?
As the flamethrower incinerator unit sputters out, I drop it, draw my
Okay.
combat knife, lick the blade, and engage in Mortal Kombat.
All right. Now you're not at engage range yet, so if you drawing your weapon takes a fast action. If you move to engage, that'll also be your other fast action.
Then can I hold an attack?
Yeah. Wait, you can wait to defend yourself if you'd like.
Can I wait to stab him instead, or
No.
no? Okay.
There's no holding actions. So.
Then I will wait to defend myself, I guess.
Okay.
However that works.
Zmijewski, you see Mason throws down his other gun as it sputters out of ammo, and he draws his knife and prepares to fight a burning android in melee combat.
To the death.
Glorious melee combat, I might add.
All right, what's still standing near me?
Well, so that guy looks pretty fucked up. Chaplin is down, sputtering on Smarties or whatever the fuck she's eating. And the other two are really fucked up. The two on the bottom. The sergeant hasn't left cover. And his initiative got changed, so he's activating less this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw my service pistol
Okay.
and blah blah, the guy on the bottom again.
Okay. Go for it. You're panicking too, right? So you're at -2 with ranged attacks because of your panic. I think you all know.
Yeah, can I put my stress modifiers 2 for that, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
When I roll for the weapon, I just make stress modifier 2 to signify that.
Let me check here. No, it's base modifier because when negatives always take away from your base dice before they take away from your stress dice.
Okay.
Okay, you hit, but you panic. Oh no.
Hey, I lost some stress though.
This is true. With a scream, you scream your lungs out for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress goes down by 1, but friendly characters that hear your scream must make an immediate panic roll. So Iona and Mason, unfortunately...
There's like a 90% chance I'm about to go into overkill. I'm going into overkill.
Okay, so Iona gets a 10. He already had a 10, so he gets 11, which is, I believe, seek cover. The old GM screen here. Seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. Your stress is decreased by 1, but the stress of all friends that see you retreat is increased by 1. So your stress goes up by 1 again. And Mason, you are at 13, which is flee, and you said that triggers overkill?
Yeah, well, I'm just, instead of panicking, you can turn your fear into aggression, so trigger overkill when you make a panic roll. I'm triggering overkill.
Okay. And I know we did this last time, but I don't remember what overkill does, so...
It was a very similar scenario where people were running and I had already pulled my knife out, but I don't remember exactly what happens.
Overkill? I know it says page 74, and that's going to say look at something else, so let's just go down this choose your own adventure book. Overkill on page 104. Thank you, game. Okay, if you roll an 11 or higher, you can trigger overkill of any enemies in sight. When triggering overkill, you must immediately attack your enemies and won't stop until you or all enemies in sight are broken. Also, other PCs in short range must make an immediate panic roll, but they already did this round, so I won't make them take 2. Okay, so a lot of chain reactions here. We're on the cusp of disaster, but Mason turns this into psychopath. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Love
Good
it.
life.
Love it.
That could prove handy.
Yeah,
Good.
it's been handy previously. Fingers crossed it works again.
So unfortunately, Zmijewski, you start firing, screaming at the top of your lungs as you do so, and your shots miss since you rolled a 10 or more on panic, and your clip goes empty. And we are on to the synthetics. Okay, one of them shooting at Iona. Misses.
Oh my gosh.
One of them shooting at Zmijewski. 2 damage. You still get the +4 armor. Oh,
Nice.
what a boss!
The king.
It's like the bullets are just making a Zmijewski-shaped outline on the rocks behind you. And the last one with his knife, he's on fire. You can see his melting face turns into a hideous grin as some of the flesh just slops off, and you can see probably some sort of weird exoskeleton underneath.
Very
and he charges into combat with you. So he will take a swing with the knife. You saved your action, so you may make an opposed close combat here to block, and I'll give you +1 because you have a weapon.
Sick.
It's like Leon versus Jack Krauser right now, basically, is what's happening here.
I just played that part again.
This guy looks like Jack Krauser a little bit with his red hat.
1 success.
2 successes. Okay, you have to roll your panic first. Oh wait, you're overkilling. So
Yeah,
you're
I'm immune to
Basically.
panic at this point.
basically. Okay, so yeah, you're going totally nuts. So you block one of his successes, so he's going to do a total of 2 damage to you.
Okay, so just the normal roll, right?
Yeah, regular armor, no bonus from cover.
Blocked.
Amazing. All right, knife fight has begun. You see the officer, he begins to move through the cover. He takes some shots at you guys, but it's more just kind of covering fire. It doesn't look like he's actually like trying to hit you guys. And he moves a little bit towards the direction of the dropship, moving through cover, and he's shouting some more orders at the others. Iona. Yeah, I guess he's just gonna kind of cower out of line of sight. He doesn't get shot again. Chaplin, anything you'd like to add?
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
It's like Bishop at the end of Aliens, just laying on the ground, torn in half. Hammer, what you got?
All right, so I got 2 down.
Oh wait, I forgot. These guys have to actually attack you. I keep forgetting to do their turn. No wonder you're still alive. Well, that's gonna change.
Well,
Alright.
go ahead.
Okay, well, the fucked up guy is gonna pick up his gun, and he's gonna enter. Actually, he's gonna pick up his gun and shoot. Well, try to shoot. I'm gonna give him a negative though because he only has one hand and he's firing a rifle here, so I can't imagine that's exactly easy. All right, so the 2 one-handed guys are shooting each other now, and he misses completely.
Who are the
And
2 one-handed guys?
Well, you've only got one hand now, right?
That's
Yeah, it's
correct.
fucked up. Okay, the other 2 at this point have made their way around. They would have moved basically into flanking areas. Just do like this and this. So they see you after you put down their buddy, and they're going to open fire as well.
Whew.
Oh, there we go.
Jesus.
5 damage.
You want me to immediately roll armor?
Yeah, you still have cover, though. So you'll have 4 from cover.
So 4 modifier.
So,
All right.
yeah, you got it.
All right. Oof.
Okay, so you take 2, 3, 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the second one hits you for 2 damage, 1 hit.
Oh my.
You take another point of damage.
All right, I'm down.
Oh no, Hammer! Do you have any story points?
I do.
Mm.
You could use a story point to get another success on your armor roll.
Okay.
Still be
We
standing.
will. We will use my story point.
All right, you have 1 wound remaining.
Okay.
And you can see these 2 when they show up. They look fairly damaged. Not as bad as the guy outside, but they look fairly damaged as well. Mason. Oh wait, new round. Roll 10 damage for the fire.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll just melt before you get to stab him.
No. Probably not.
What a world. 1 damage. He takes another point. Oh, he's barely skin at this point. It's mostly just exoskeleton. Go for it.
Well, Hammer goes before I do.
Hammer already went. Oh, no, he didn't. You're right. I'm sorry. Hammer, go.
All right, I'm gonna go and I will. All right, the guy that I'm gonna return fire on the 2 guys that have fucked me up. So we will go right guy, this guy,
Okay.
Can you see where I'm highlighting?
Yep. Yep.
All right. We will return fire on him with the pulse rifle, and we will aim to give myself, since I'm -2, back to 0.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Lucky.
Roll your panic.
Absolutely. And I have,
Oh,
well, hold
no.
on.
Yep.
I've got my skill here, which is overkill.
You have overkill as well.
So,
Okay, what was it? What was the roll? Was it a 10 or higher? Or 11 or higher? You can replace an 11 or higher with overkill. Unfortunately, you've rolled a 10. So this one sticks. You freeze. Your stress goes up by 1 and you lose your next slow action. And your
Okay.
gun clicks
Did you add one stress for getting hurt last turn? Because that would push you up to an 11, so you could use overkill.
Chris, that will be up to Chris. I did not
well-
up my stress from the pain from the shots I took.
Was that the first time you took damage since the dropship showed up?
That is correct.
Then yes, you would increase your stress. Absolutely. So then yes, you will be at 11. You may trigger overkill. Does that still count as failed? Triggering overkill? I mean, I guess not, right? Like, it says you replace it, and overkill means you go nuts. So, your gun's empty, but I'll let you get the hit. So,
Okay.
that'll be
So it's-
4 damage, right? 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, yep. Okay. Let me roll his armor. Oops. Armor piercing. So he takes 3 damage. Roll me another critical damage roll. Okay, you blow up his legs, and you see he just stops moving. He's like stuck in place. He's still operational, but he cannot move.
I am going down, but I am taking all of them with me.
Mason.
Yeah, I guess it is time to go to town.
Right.
Just a close combat roll.
You got it.
All right.
You motherfuckers!
Oh my god, you have so much stress.
So
I can't believe you
much
only rolled 1. Okay, well, you're overkilling right now, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So you hit him for 2 damage. Is it enough? No. He is still standing. You do hit him. You stab deeply into his torso, but he is still going.
Okay. So is that a quick action, slow action?
It's a slow action to make an attack.
Okay. So what are my options for quick actions then? In this current situation, nothing really, right?
Probably just save your attack or your action to block would probably be your best thing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Zmijewski?
Actually, is it a fast action to do command?
No,
Are
it's-
any of
It's a slow.
Ah, never mind then. Okay.
Okay, Justin, what you got?
How near is the nearest enemy?
Very near.
Balls deep on Mason.
Feet away.
Oh, belt range. Cool. I'm gonna remove my belt and remove the hidden knife from it, and for the motherland.
All right. Well, you charge in as well.
I'm
I
gonna
will give-
sacrifice
you-
my fast action as well for hard hitter.
Okay, I'll give you another +1 since you guys are double teaming this guy, and he's probably not expecting you to pull a knife out of your belt buckle. So, and he's on fire. So, okay, 3 damage. What does heavy hitter do? Does this give you bonus dice?
Yeah, it basically gives you aim for melee.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's roll his armor. Roll me a critical damage for assist,
Nice.
please. As you stab the flaming android. Does not compute. Okay. On a 4+, it's his knife arm. It's his knife arm. Yes. So you like grab him by the wrist. You smash the knife into the elbow and twist, and the knife comes flying out of his arm, hits the ground, and like from his forearm, from his elbow down, is like at a 90-degree angle the wrong way. He's fucked up. I mean, he'll try to, I guess, punch you. Wrong thing. That's not it. So he will make a melee attack against you. He's just doing close combat, though. And I'm going to give him a negative here, because he's kind of fucked up. Oh my god. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That turned into a bonus. I didn't do negative. I'm sorry.
Why does he have so many dice?
I mean, he's an android. Remember, androids have bonus strength and agility, so...
Oh, good point.
Yeah. So he hits you. He's going to do 1 point of damage as he basically punches you. You can roll your armor for this.
Is he hitting me or Zmijewski?
Zmijewski, because
okay.
Obviously he just damaged him and made him drop his knife.
Nice.
Oh, the armor! Amazing! Okay. The rest of the androids, let's see here. Goodness. 4 of them are at negatives here? Okay. Ben, they are going to try to shoot you. Well, the one who can't move, he's going to try to shoot, obviously, because he can't do anything else.
Okay.
But he'll have negatives because he is fucked up a little bit.
Come on, baby.
Only fair.
Come on, baby.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, android's still operating while they're broken, so there's nothing. 2 hits. 2 successes, I should say.
All right. And are we still doing +4?
Yes.
Oh,
he's good. He lives. Okay.
Skin of your teeth.
The other android that's picked up his gun, he's moving to get better line of sight on you right now.
Okay.
But the other one who already could see you, he's definitely going to attack.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think he's probably going to move up and try to shank your ass. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have him do a mobility roll. If he passes, he'll be able to attack this turn.
Okay.
Actually, no, that doesn't make sense because he has to draw his knife. So he moves and draws his knife. He gets into engaged range.
Oh, baby.
But he can't do anything else this turn as he draws his knife.
Oh, baby. He's thinking about gutting me, boy.
On the other side, the other 2, it looks like they're following the commander, and they begin to withdraw. Yeah, they're pretty fucked up. They're definitely going to withdraw. And as does the sergeant. So these guys go back towards the dropship. Iona, looks like he's just kind of seeing these guys retreat. He's not going to risk a shot because you guys are in combat right now. So he's going to, I guess, kind of chill and be a little scared. Chaplin.
Gurgle, gurgle.
And Hammer, start of the round. Oh, roll the fire damage first. You're at 11 dice now, Sean.
Oh, baby. 1, 2, yeah.
Roll another critical.
Oh, boy.
If you roll the arm, it goes up by 1. If you roll the arm again. I just, no, we'll just roll the second arm. So. Ruptured fluid pump. The android loses its next slow action. Okay, really getting messed up here. Hammer, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna take aim and fire at that guy that is about to gut me.
Okay.
Pulse rifle, baby.
You're at engaged range. If you shoot, you'll be at -3. He's in melee range right now.
It's -3?
Yeah, when you're shooting a weapon at point blank, when you're fighting someone, it's a negative. Because you're trying to get a beat on somebody that's right up in your face.
Oh, boy. Okay, well, there's always pushing.
It's true.
No, we can't push.
Right. Roll your
Still
panic.
2 successes.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
you're overkilling. You don't care. But you do run out of ammo. So you
Yeah.
hit. How many damage is that? 3? Okay. Piercing. He takes 3 damage. He is still standing.
Oh no!
He's like staggering as he climbs up over the ledge, and he's just riddled with bullets and leaking android blood everywhere. Mason.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Zmijewski has this. So, am I able to sprint over to the other side and like jump over the barrier to get at?
You need to make a mobility check to disengage, otherwise the guy gets an attack of opportunity on you.
Even though he doesn't have a slow action.
Yes, because attacks of opportunity is just a free action. Okay, you panic.
Overkilling, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
But
that's
three-
true.
3 successes.
Well, where are you going after the guys that are retreating?
Are
'Cause
the
if not, I'm going to say no because you're overkilling. You have to kill everything in sight. So I would say no. You have to fight this guy because
Oh.
you're an overkill right now. You have to kill Shove, and this guy is still alive.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, I will continue engaging in violence.
Okay. Oh my God! Roll another. Well, I doubt he's going to roll all 4 armor. Yeah. Okay. Roll another critical. There it is. System shutdown. He finally dies. A burning puddle in the middle of the road. Zmijewski, this guy finally collapses to the ground as he's just taken way too much damage. You see the other 3 have retreated out of line of sight. You can still hear gunshots over where you believe Hammer is at.
Can I use as much of my movement to get as close to that gunfire as I
Yes.
can?
Yes. And at this point, you would all hear on the comms unit, at least the ones by Chaplin, you can hear the commander ordering them to withdraw. And yeah, Mason, you would get over here and you would see the one guy right up in Hammer's face that's still operational, and there's nearby that are very fucked up. But they are still fighting. Looks like they're getting ready to leave as well. Zmijewski, you're next.
Who's this right here?
That's Mason.
Currently engaged with 4 other, or 1 other with 3 other in tow still?
No, he's not engaged. He's not at engaged range. One of these guys is dead. This one's engaged with Hammer.
Okay, and then this thing right here is
Dead.
dead. Okay.
You see the
Okay.
skull icon, right? On his
Oh, I do. Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Universal sign for fucking dead.
All right. Well, I have to reload a weapon because I think I can get into combat this turn. So I'm gonna reload my pulse rifle.
Okay. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna come over to, let's see. I'm gonna come closer to Chaplin, I guess, and see if there's other cover by him.
Yeah, you can easily take cover. You can see Chaplin is still, quote unquote alive. It's just that he suffered some sort of damage. It looks like he's just completely like paralyzed.
Hold on, robot. We'll save you soon.
Okay. You see Mason, the one android that you can tell his legs are fucked up, he takes a shot at you when he sees you come like nearby. But he's, as I said, messed up. He can't retreat. He misses.
I just parry the bullet with my blade.
The other one that's near him begins to withdraw.
Oh, well, I guess that's good.
And then the one that's fighting Hammer looks like he's just gonna go for the kill.
Oh boy.
So he has his knife out and he attacks.
No.
Oh,
And he's
what
gonna
you got?
miss.
Hammer, did you aim when you shot at him last turn?
I did the -3, yeah.
Okay, so you don't have any actions left then, correct?
Well, the -3 was just because you were in point blank range.
No, I mean,
right?
did you do the aim action last turn when you shot him?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Okay. Rip.
Then roll your armor, please.
You said, oh, yeah, rip.
Yeah. Good luck, bud. Come on, roll 3 successes.
You could do it, or get totally fucked. All right.
I am dead.
Oh,
No,
you're not
no,
dead.
no.
You get a critical roll. There's a difference here.
Yeah, what is
You
this? Like
might be
sprained
dead.
back? Come on.
You might be dead. Yeah, or it could be, murdered eyeball. Let's see.
Winded. Easy.
Oh, I'm rolling it here, buddy. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was.
Winded. 53 leg artery cut. All right, you hit the ground hard as this guy stabs you in the leg, and you are bleeding out and close to death.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 1-turn help.
Yep.
I
Iona.
can't, unfortunately.
Iona will obviously try to come and assist.
Oh, thank God.
You motherfuckers! Hey, can I charge a grenade?
On your turn, you can.
Okay, all right.
You have any grenades left?
All right.
I do. I had 4, and I
Oh,
used
no.
Iona comes around the corner, and he's gonna open up. He's gonna stop burning all of his ammo with the smart gun because he's down to 1 round, or 1 clip. So he's gonna switch to the pistol here because this guy's pretty fucked up, and he will attempt. Oh my
Wow.
God, Iona! Headshots left and right, trying to save Hammer. This guy's armor's probably not gonna do it with, 4 damage. I'm sorry, 3 damage. He blocks 1. He takes another critical. And can Iona put the monster down?
Nice.
There it is! System shutdown. So Hammer, as you fall to the ground, grabbing your thigh, you see bullets strike this guy from behind, 2 in the chest, and then 1 through the back of the head. The front of his face just explodes. White android blood and parts everywhere, and he collapses to the ground in a heap. Almost on top of you.
2 shutdowns, 1 guy with a leg issue, so he's back over the corner.
There's three shutdowns, actually.
Oh, 3 shutdowns.
Yep.
Okay.
And that guy's fucked up. Chaplin.
If you didn't kill him, I was gonna take a grenade to the chest and bring him with me.
Okay, so Hammer, it is your turn. You have 1 turn to get medical attention before you die.
There's nobody near me, really,
Oh,
that
no,
can give me
there's-
medical.
There's 2 guys near you. Iona and Mason are near you. You can crawl. That's all you can really do on your turn.
Now, is a turn like 1 combat round?
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's round.
Okay.
Oh, but the leg artery injury is 1 turn, so that's 5 to 10 minutes before you die.
Oh, okay.
Not 1 round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are broken, which means all you can really do is crawl around.
Yeah. Oh, so I cannot pull a grenade.
Actually, I don't think you can do actions when you're broken. Let me check though. Usually
Did
people
negate-
just fucking die in this
Is
game.
Is it negated by the overkill?
No,
Yeah, well, he's dead actually.
Yeah,
so.
you can't perform any other actions, and you can't roll for any skills. You can crawl and mumble through the pain. That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna get up on top of this guy and just start yelling in his face, even though he is shut down. And just like,
All right, makes sense.
you piece of shit, you motherfucker! I'll fucking kill you.
Mason, you can see the last android obviously is trying to retreat, but it can't. So continues to fire at you guys. But you're
Yeah.
up.
I will. I mean, it's on the ground, like no legs, right? I'm just gonna jump on top of it and start stabbing.
Okay. I will say at this point that between all of you and the fact this guy is critically crippled, you and Zmijewski and Iona can probably waste him. There's no sense in continuing to roll here for these critical injuries. So we will assume that between the three of you guys, you put him down. Everybody's retreated, so your panic starts to subside at this point. You're still obviously high on adrenaline and everything, but you put that guy down, and someone may attempt to try to get Hammer patched up. Basically, what you guys eventually see is you do see that the drop ship takes off and it goes north towards where the refinery and the oil fields are.
Okay.
That's the direction it starts to fly in. I mean, you don't see where it lands. You eventually lose sight of it. The other four there, so you guys killed half the squad. That's pretty amazing. Mostly thanks to Hammer's fucking nutso ass. So, what do you guys do?
Well, I have a +2 to medical aid and an empathy of 3, so I get 5 dice.
They can assist. The others can assist if they'd like. Obviously, Iona will.
Does anyone have a better medical aid skill?
No.
Is Chaplin able to do this?
No. Chaplin is completely paralyzed right now. She could assist, she can tell you what to do. So you can get 3 assists from the other members of the squad.
Okay. Well, I'm at 8 stress, so I feel like this is going to go poorly, but I will. Is it 3 successes or is it I just add 3 dice?
It's 3 dice. You could also have Zmijewski do it because he has the least amount of stress.
Oh. What's your medical aid skill?
0.
Okay.
What's your empathy?
He has
Empathy 2.
but he has a belt.
I have a belt.
You
You
could
do have
tourniquet his leg.
You have med kits too, right? So, I think
what do those do?
Med kits give you +2 on a medical aid roll. So you need there's 2 things that have to be done here, and then we'll finish up here for tonight. The first is that you have to treat his critical injury, and then because he's broken, you can do another one. Man, it's really too bad Chaplin's down right now because Chaplin has talents that are good for fixing people that are about to die.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chaplin.
Let's see if you can save me, or
So
I get to play a new character.
So wait, is combat? We're out of combat now.
Combat is over. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna when the ceasefire stops, I'm gonna call out. Well, actually, hold on. Did Hammer say anything when he went down? Did they scream out in pain or anything like that, or no?
Oh yeah. He's shouting. You can hear him. He's swearing up a storm. He's definitely still alive. But
Okay. So I'm just gonna call out. Throw my head back and keep making noise, Hammer. I'll be there soon. And I'm gonna rush over to where Chaplin is and say, "Robot, give me your med kit."
You try to treat me with that motherfucking belt, I'll beat you with it.
Chaplin just looks down at or looks in the direction where the med kit is, but obviously can't move to hand it to you.
Great. I'm gonna scoop that up and then run towards our screaming compatriot.
Okay. All right. So, critical injury. All right. So here's what we need to do. Well, first of all, let's turn off the intense combat music. Okay. So, to save your life when you've suffered a fatal critical injury, someone must give you a first aid roll before a failed death roll. First aid is a slow action, requires a medical aid check. Note that some critical injuries are so severe that a negative modification is applied. This is -1. This is one of the few that gives you a negative. So if you pass this test, you only need 1 success, then you fix his critical injury and he's no longer at risk of dying. So you can make this. You'll have +3 from each of the other members supporting you, and then another +2 from the med kit.
Okay. +5.
-1, so plus
-1.
+4.
Now, keep this in mind too, Zmijewski. After this, after he's healed from his injury, someone can make a medical aid roll to then heal his health. And with that test, every success gives him a health point back. But the med kits are one use only. If you guys have more than one med kit, obviously you can use one for the critical and one for the health. So just bear that in mind as you do this.
Well, I think we need to stabilize first. So I'm gonna use the kit on the stabilizing first.
Okay, so total of +4. Okay, you panic, you tremble. Okay, whoo. All right. Well, you know, despite the fact that you fucking hate this guy, you act like a goddamn professional and you fix him up anyway. And so
I'm gonna live. Are you serious?
you are Zmijewski. I don't know. Do you use the belt to tourniquet his leg for a moment?
I don't want to hear any complaints, and I'm gonna go ahead and cinch it up on his thigh, and I'm gonna do
Nice.
it probably a little tighter than it needs to be, and
Sure.
a little
Sure.
chuckle.
Yeah. Well, they get you to stop bleeding. That med kit is used. The belt now smells like hammer blood, in addition to everything else it smells like. And you will not die.
What?
If
I thought for sure this was suicidal.
so did I, man. I don't know how you survived 4 androids. That doesn't make sense.
Well, you did miss a turn of attack on me, so that
That's
is
okay.
probably one thing.
Yeah, but you still
I
took
did
down like 2
roll.
before they got to you, which is pretty incredible. Does anybody else have a med kit?
Um,
Iona does not.
I don't. I have a CBRN detection kit, and that's it.
Okay, Chaplin, I'm gonna delete the one they just used from you because that is gone. Well, I guess the next medical roll is just straight up. And I'll tell you what, I'll let you guys reduce your stress, everybody's stress by 1 when you keep Hammer from dying.
Ooh.
So, Zmijewski, if you want to do another test, this one will be +3 because you have characters assisting you. Okay, roll your panic. Wow, 4 successes. That's really good. What'd you get? Okay, drop item. That's fine. So you have 4 successes, which means you give him, I believe it's 1 health. Oh, yeah, here we go. First aid. Wow, you regain 1 health for each success.
That is a fantastic doctor right now.
Good.
He must have wounded my artery. Just mended it together right there, and then sewed up my leg.
Well, congratulations, Hammer. You're back to the land of the living, almost at full health. Thanks to your rival, nonetheless.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
Zmijewski was soldier. Today, he's doctor. No big deal.
A normal day in Poland.
You're not panicking anymore, Hammer, despite everything that just happened.
Okay.
Wow.
I should have died. There's no reason that should have happened.
Well, life finds a way.
Ben, that was like the single most heroic thing I've ever seen happen in this game.
Somebody saving me?
Except maybe Sean meleeing an alien queen for 3 rounds and refusing to die. That was pretty incredible too.
That was a lot of fun. I gotta say, melee seems to be the best option in this game.
Took 3 critical rolls to put the sergeant down before he died. Oh man! Wow! Holy fuckballs! What a fight!
Justin said that his goal while you were gone was that nobody dies.
Well,
His personal goal.
He's keeping it going here, man. Amazing. I mean, Chaplin's fucked up, but he is still technically alive.
That's good.
Someone might need to carry his ass.
Yeah, I'll jury rig something to like carry my homie.
All right. Well, we're at about our end point here, folks. So I think that is where we're gonna call it for tonight, as the squad makes its way through this hellscape of apparently Russian UPP combat androids. Pretty terrifying stuff, but you have survived, and you killed half the squad and severely fucked up the other half. One of them was at 0 health, and the other 2 were at 1 health each. and the sergeant was at about half health. He got hit in the opening salvo. So you guys fucked up the dropship pretty good too, to be totally honest. So pretty impressive. Not gonna lie.
We are a select group.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, yeah.
Mm.
All right, so I think that's what we'll call it for tonight. Jessica, we will talk later this week about Chaplin's condition and how we will handle things next week, since takes some time to fix up an Android. So we'll see what happens here. But we should have Matt back next week, and we will be back in full swing as you guys are almost to Fort Nebraska. You're about 2/3 of the way there. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. So I think that's all we've got for tonight, unless anybody has anything to add.
No, that was pretty intense at the end there.
GG, boys.
That's awesome. We had a strafing run. We had a couple grenade launchers. That was exciting. Wow. All right. Well, that's a good send off for Grandma. I think she can appreciate that. Well done, Hammer. That was pretty awesome.
Thanks, man.
So
Thanks for that.
All right.
Thanks for saving me too.
Yeah, well done. The belt and the flamethrower to the rescue.
Dr.
Amazing.
Zmijewski.
All right, cool. Well, thank you all, fellas and lady, for joining us. Thank you, listeners, for being here. We'll be back next week as we are getting close to Halloween. And yeah, that's it. So, love you much, Grandma. We'll see you soon. Thank you all once again, and nighty night.
Later.
Peace.